629 97.3 Citi FM. Welcoming you to the Thursday edition. It's the 23rd day of April 2026. Okay. A new gospel one from my brother Richard Sky. And it says Zouk style. Praising God and giving Him the glory. Expressing confidence and faith in the saving grace of the Lord. So many things to say, so much to do within the time allotted on the Citi Breakfast Show. It's a carte blanche, a white sheet. Make of it what you want. Every day we exercise our creative forces. Yeah, creativity is not just drawing. It's also filling your day with substance. We are made in the image of God. We are as creative as we allow ourselves to be. So give your day assignments. Decide what you will do with your life and get going. Using the power of words and great conversation, the Citi Breakfast Show brings great minds together to deliberate, to do the hard work of thinking. Nation building is a very important assignment. It requires the public space to be filled with intentional thinking. Not just futile thoughts that lead nowhere. We think like men and women of action. placing the lights at the right corners, and making sure we galvanize energies for national development. Thank you for being with us, and we're looking forward to today's program. The first segment is Business Sense, brought to you by APSA. See, no matter how nice your landlord is, nothing beats owning your own home. APSA knows this. That's why this year we're helping you say yes to making it happen. With an APSA mortgage, you can finance your dream home with flexible, tailored solutions. Get up to 5 million cedis worth with 5 to 15 years to pay back on a fixed interest rate. This year, say yes to your home sweet home. Visit any APSA branch to apply for an APSA mortgage today. Your story matters, APSA. And we're starting off with a news review with Zonda Tech, your one-stop automobile shop and proud operators of an impressive automobile assembly plant right here in Ghana. From heavy-duty trucks powered by Sinotrack to premium SUVs and pickups from Great Wall Motors and Cherry. We also have dependable light-duty trucks by Forland and world-class construction equipment from Shantui and Sani Group. Zonda Tech delivers top-most quality assembled in Ghana with affordable luxury you can trust. And your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity today and enjoy amazing benefits like lower interest rates, high loan amounts, and personalized financial support. It's time to switch and smile with Fidelity Bank. Contact us on 0800 003 355. Visit fidelitybank.com.gh or connect with us on our social media at Fidelity Bank GH. All right, so it's an interactive show, and we'd like to hear from you. 053-998-6996 is our WhatsApp number. 053-998-6996. And don't forget, on the 1st of May, we'll bring you the family consecration service where families gather at the one venue to intercede for themselves, for the nation. It's called the Family Consecration Service, bringing a month-long prayer focus. We call it Seasons of Prayer in April to an end. Join us at the Oil Dome this coming Friday, not this one, the next one, the first day of May. Pastor Steve Wengam and the team, Reverend Mike Noagbewanu and Pastor Andrew Nelson Awintia, Pastor Mauli Chikata, Pastor Fred McDavis, all leading prayers for the Citi FM Channel 1 family. All right, so good morning to Caleb Koda and good morning to Samuel Akom with the news review segment. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bernard. Good morning.
Morning. What are the papers saying today?
Let me start with the Daily Graphic. Cabinet approves visa waiver for 3 countries. And then Ghana unveils documentary register to preserve heritage. And workplace HIV policy launched to improve healthcare access.
Right. Ghanaian Times this morning, Sakumono Ramsar side faces renewed encroachment. Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council to demolish illegal structures. That's the big one here. And Foreign Affairs Minister engages South Africa over xenophobic attacks. Court suspends NPA trial. OSP awaits stay of execution ruling. And the Ghana Immigration Service has rescued 606 migrants, including 381 children in Kumasi crackdown.
The Daily Guide, withdraw Heath mining lease group to minister. And then Ghana must build economic buffers. Nana Osei Eje is saying. Court summons Yoko officials over seized gadgets, and Assembly members deny Adamu's petition claims. And this troubling story: Kumasi businessman beats girlfriend to death.
Daily Democrat, businessman seeks help to reclaim factory, and Ricare donates 1.18 million Ghana cedis medical equipment to the Ghana Medical Trust Fund. Aguna West chairs Okufo David David Deputy Organizer bid. And then we are told CSOs demand independent prosecutor to fight corruption.
The Inside newspaper, U.S. military base in Ghana, full text of the Defense Cooperation Agreement between the United States of America and Ghana.
The Daybreak today, blame FWSC, Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, for salary adjustment delay. That's the Ghana Armed Forces telling civilian staff. Galamsey stops Pentecost, the Church of Pentecost from river baptism. Okay. And then Okaikwe North MCA engages corporate leaders on development partnership.
All right. BNFT, Ejumara, and Kokon Ketenkete, jobs for the boys, with a question mark here on the front page. And lawyer Kwebu backs calls for termination of Bogoso Pristia lease and build economic buffers ahead of IMF exit. Nana Osei Eje, that is new job in North MP.
All right, let me take you online. There's a lot of news as well. If you go to citynewsroom.com, Ghanaians urged to stay indoors ahead of anti-foreigner protests in South Africa. Also, we have agriculture is central to access good strategy across Africa. This is the Group CEO. Ghana's economy well positioned to weather global shocks. This is the ABSA Group CEO speaking yesterday on the point of view. Meanwhile, Galamsey is economic sabotage against Ghana's future. This is the Church of Pentecost who've been complaining about its effects, even on their decision as to where to baptize. Meanwhile, Sofoline interchange, Prempeh College demands over 1 million cedis in compensation. Go ahead. You know, Sofoline is very close to or Prempeh is close to the Sofoline interchange. We'll discuss that later on. Meanwhile, low pay is driving tanker drivers into Galamsey, according to the MPA. So this Galamsey thing is not going anytime soon. If you go to Channel 1 News Online, Zen Petroleum list on the Ghana Stock Exchange after oversubscribed private placement. Meanwhile, Parliament begins fresh stakeholder talks on anti-LGBTQ plus bill, and the Minerals Commission says safety breaches to attract severe penalties. I'll give you a few more headlines, but the bad news from around the world is that the war is not ending anytime soon. This is the BBC. US says there's no time frame for ending the war, as Iran says reopening the Strait of Hormuz is not possible. This is the big story. So those who were thinking the war would end maybe soon, we have to continue and intensify our prayers. According to the BBC, that's the lead story. My John line: government directs Newmont, Anglo Gold, Xinjiang to shift mining operations to local firms by December. This is a story attributed to sources. Meanwhile, Ghana has been named in a US car theft ring, shipping stolen vehicles across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, the health minister on the breakfast show yesterday refused rural postings, lose your slot. He spoke yesterday on the Citi breakfast. So let's get into some of the details of the stories.
Okay, let me start from the center spread of the Ghanaian Times. Two big stories here. Sakumono Ramsar side faces renewed encroachment, and GRCC, that's the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council, is set to demolish illegal structures. Stephanie Breekrine writes that the Sakumono Ramsar site is facing renewed and intensified encroachment following a temporary suspension of demolition exercises by the Greater Accra Regional Coordinating Council. A visit by the Ghanaian Times yesterday reviewed a surge in construction activities, with new structures rapidly emerging as masons and carpenters worked at brisk pace. The encroachment has spread beyond previously cleared areas into the core basin of the protected wetland, raising fresh concerns about its protection and ecological integrity. Even bold stop work notices painted in red by the Tema West Municipal Assembly appeared to have been ignored. But that's the thing.
Story on the Ramsar side.
Yeah, the other story has to do with the Foreign Affairs Minister engaging South Africa over xenophobic attacks at the Mensa Chotom. Writes that Ghana's Minister of Foreign Affairs Samuel Okudzeto Ablako has engaged South Africa's Minister of International Relations and Cooperation over reported xenophobic attacks on Ghanaians. In a statement shared on Facebook yesterday, he said, "I have this morning held a telephone conversation with my South African counterpart, His Excellency Ronald Lamola, Minister of International Relations and Cooperation. I called on him on the trending videos about Ghanaians coming under extremely disturbing xenophobic attacks in South Africa." According to him, the South African Foreign Minister also expressed empathy with the victims and promised full-scale investigation into the depressing incident.
Online story by Patricia Boati says residents in South Africa's a place called Mthatha are set to protest on Thursday, today, April 23, over growing concerns about the presence of foreign nationals, with demonstrators calling for job opportunities to be prioritized for locals. The planned demonstration, scheduled to begin at 9 a.m. and end at 11 a.m., is expected to be led by local South Africans who argue that foreigners are taking over employment opportunities meant for them. Now, chairman of the Ghanaian community in Mthatha, Dr. Irenchi Jechidako, said he has engaged local police authorities who have assured him that the protest will be peaceful and closely monitored. But he's advising members of the Ghanaian community to take precautionary steps to ensure their safety. So Ghanaians should stay indoors. Don't open your shop until about midday, when the situation is expected to normalize. So if you are listening to us as a Ghanaian in South Africa, please stay indoors and don't open your shop until you are directed to do so. Okay,
let's stay with the Foreign Affairs Minister, because Cabinet approves visa waiver for 3 countries. Story on the front page of the Daily Graphic by Pacom Emmanuel Damali. Cabinet has approved 3 visa waiver agreements, paving the way for Parliament to ratify them and allow visa-free travel among the countries. Now, the countries are Maldives, an Indian Ocean archipelago renowned as the world's lowest-lying country and a premier luxury tourism destination; Zambia, the Southern African country with a long-standing relationship with Ghana; and Antigua and Barbuda.
Yes, Antigua and Barbuda.
Yeah, the Eastern Caribbean Commonwealth twin island nation, famous for its 365 beaches.
But the Galamsey situation is becoming concerning. It's always been concerning. Daybreak writes on page 3 that the Church of Pentecost has had to find other options to water baptism instead of the traditional baptism in rivers. So the chairman of the Church of Pentecost, Apostle Eric Nyamiche, has raised alarm over the continued destruction of Ghana's water bodies through illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey. Delivering the State of the Church address at the 48th General Conference that's council meeting, not conference, on Wednesday, April 22, he said the pollution of rivers and streams is directly disrupting key church practices, including water baptism in mining communities. Quote, the extensive pollution of water bodies due to illegal mining has hampered traditional water baptism in some mining communities, necessitating a shift to synthetic rubber pools in several districts to carry out the ordinance. If you come to page number 8 of the same paper, NPA is saying that low pay is driving tanker drivers into Galamsey. National Petroleum Authority, NPA, has raised alarm over a growing trend of tanker drivers and their assistants abandoning the petroleum haulage sector for illegal mining activities, popularly known as Galamsey. According to him, the shift is largely driven by poor earnings in the transport of petroleum products, which has led to a worrying loss of experienced drivers across the country.
Meanwhile, the Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey is demanding immediate regulatory action from the NPA, the same NPA you referred to cut off fuel supply to illegal mining operations across the country. Now, in a petition addressed to the CEO of the authority, Edwige Tamaklo Esquire, on Saturday, April 18, the Coalition Against Galamsey outlined a series of measures it wants implemented to disrupt what it describes as the lifeblood of illegal mining. Top among the demands is a call for the NPA to conduct data-driven audits to track fuel sales and identify filling stations in mining hotspots with unusually high volumes compared to the number of registered vehicles in those areas. The group insists such audit reports should be made public. The coalition is also urging the authority to revoke the license of OMCs found to be supplying fuel to illegal miners, as well as impose a permanent ban on directors of offending firms from operating within the downstream petroleum sector. This is a very sound advice, which I hope the NPA takes, because the NPA itself was commenting on the fact that low pay among truck drivers is driving them to Galamsey. But there's always something called follow the money. This one, follow the oil. Because without these, a lot of these operators break. So it's very important for the NPA to listen to what these guys are saying.
Okay, still on mining related matters, withdraw heat mining lease, group to minister. Story in the Daily Guide, page 3 by Ebenezer K. Amponsam. A group by the name the Catchment Area Community Alliance, CACA, is calling on the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Emmanuel Kofi Boam, to withdraw the mining lease granted to Heath Goldfields Limited, as it lacks the financial capacity required to manage the Bogoso Pristia mines. Speaking at a press conference in Accra, CACA spokesperson Martin Kpebu stated that despite Heath Goldfields securing the mining lease on December 13, 2024, on the back of ambitious commitment, the company has failed to deliver on its promise.
Let me do a final mining story. This is a Reuters story, quite interesting. The Minerals Commission has given international companies Newmont, AngloGold Ashanti, and Chinese-owned Xinjiang until December this year to shift mining operations over to local contractors or face sanctions. According to 5 sources with direct knowledge of the matter and documents, the 3 companies currently operate the mines within their with their own staff. They are the only ones still doing so after many firms outsource mining operations ahead of Ghana. After many firms outsource mining operations. Now, under the new rules, surface mining must be undertaken by fully Ghanaian-owned companies, while underground mining must be carried out by companies with at least 50% Ghanaian ownership. Apart from Newmont, Zinjin and Anglo Gold, smaller Idraprim Gold Mine, almost all large miners in Ghana have already transitioned to contract mining. 2 government officials and 3 mining executives said. So it's an interesting outside perspective on what's happening here.
Okay, Akanda wants doctors accept postings to rural areas or else with ellipsis. Ellipsis there. Page 2 of the Searchlight. Ghana's Minister for Health, Kwabena Minta Akando, has issued a firm caution to medical practitioners who decline postings to underserved districts, indicating that such decisions could lead to the forfeiture of their placement opportunities as government intensified measures to correct long-standing disparities in healthcare distribution. Now, speaking during an interview here on the Citi Breakfast Show yesterday, the minister highlighted a persistent pattern in which a considerable portions of doctors have historically rejected assignments to these deprived areas.
Bernard, court suspends NPA trial as OSP awaits stay of execution ruling. Malik Suleimana writes in the Ghanaian Times, page 3, the High Court in Accra suspended the hearing of the case against former Chief Executive of the National Petroleum Authority, NPA, Dr. Mustafa Abdul Hamid, until May 26 to await the outcome of stay of execution filed by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Lawyers for Dr. Abdul Hamid raised an objection as to the capacity of the OSP to conduct the business of case management when the case was called yesterday. The objection was premised on the recent High Court, Accra High Court Jurisdiction 10, General Jurisdiction 10 ruling that the OSP needed express authorization from the Attorney General Criminal Prosecution. Based on the objection, the court indicated it would give effect to the High Court's decision on OSP's lack of capacity if its application for stay of execution fails. So that's the update on that one.
Let me stay with Daily Guide, page 6. Kumasi businessman beats girlfriend to death, from David Efum from Kumasi. Now, the Asokari Mampon District Court has remanded a 48-year-old businessman, Francis Arthur, for allegedly killing his girlfriend in what police describe as a domestic violence incident. Arthur is accused of beating to death his girlfriend, Sally Benson, a 33-year-old, well-known Kumasi-based beautician at Ayija Maxima, following some misunderstanding.
Now, let me do some economic stories. Ghana has capped container charges and says traders will save over 800 million cedis annually. This story is by Daniel Odro-Mensah on citynewsroom.com. It says importers and exporters in Ghana are expected to save more than 800 million cedis every year, following a new directive by the Ghana Shippers Authority to cap the container administrative charge at 550 cedis per 20-foot container unit. The policy, which takes effect from May 1, is aimed at reducing the cost of doing business at the country's ports and bring transparency to charges imposed by shipping lines. According to the Ghana Union of Affairs Association, GUTA, shippers paid about 1.69 billion cedis in container administrative charges in 2024 alone. With the new cap in place, businesses are projected to save approximately 802.5 million cedis each year, easing the financial burden on traders and manufacturers. Now, take me to the BNFT. There's a story about Nkokon Kete.
Yes, BNFT, a story on page 3. Ejumara and Nkokon Kete, jobs for the boys, with a question mark there, by Kingsley Webra Tanke. 2 of President Mahama's government flagship programs meant to create jobs for the teeming youth and empower citizens to contribute in economic growth have been marred by what has been known as political discourse as jobs for the boys. Hundreds of entrepreneurs and youth who completed business training for the Jumara and Nkokon Kete program say they have been sidelined after submitting their proposals. The alleged grant and presidential pitch slot were diverted to executives of the ruling NDC and individuals with political connections and their cronies who they claim did not even take part in the training. Jobs for the boys refers to the practice of giving preference to cronies and party members instead of deserving candidates in the implementation of state policies.
So did they do some investigation, or how they come into that conclusion?
Okay, so they came to the conclusion. The story continues to say this story is based on phone interviews with participants of the Ejumara and Nkokwan Ketenkete programs at several training centers in the northern region.
Okay.
Names have been changed to protect their identities and avert potential repercussions or reprisal attacks.
All right.
Lady Bernard, by the time I get home, it's rain. But wherever I am, it's not rain at all. It doesn't rain on this side, but it's raining a lot. And there's an editorial in the Daybreak newspaper asking us to prepare for the floods because it's better than wasting precious lives and resources. Over the weekend, in most parts of the country, and particularly in communities in the Greater Accra and Eastern regions, the rains came down in its usual Easter fury. Of course, our Meteo department responsibly gave us all the alerts that we needed. Unfortunately, as we keep experiencing, some flooding were recorded together with casualties. That we regard such records and reports as natural and normal is the reason we keep tolerating poor sanitation practices. The picture, therefore, of plastic waste floating in hashing, cascading, angry drains wasn't no longer a thing of the past. Indeed, it was visible all over Accra, as it must be in our business centers and overpopulated neighborhoods. So it talks about protecting lives and property, assailed by a spectre and culture of poor planning in our business district, and particularly indigenous Accra. Daybreak only hopes we can, as citizens, brighten our corner by preventing the effects and outcomes of poor planning and insanitary practices by
talking
being
of
vigilant.
planning. Prempeh College is demanding over 1 million cedis compensation over the Sofo line interchange. And I don't even know what is happening here. So Prempeh College has renewed efforts to recover 1 million cedis owed by the government of Ghana as compensation for the use of its land on the construction of the Sofo line interchange. The issue was raised at the Public Accounts Committee sitting in Kumasi on Wednesday, April 22, where the school's management appeared to respond to infractions contained in the Auditor General's report. Headmaster of the school, the Very Reverend Louis Asari, told the committee that the compensation pledge made in 2013 is yet to be fulfilled despite several attempts to secure payment. He explained that the school has written at least 4 formal letters to relevant authorities, including the project consultant, Value Properties, and the Department of Urban Roads, but has only received verbal assurances without any disbursement. Responding to the concern, Regional Director of Education, Dr. William Kwame Amankra, assured the committee that the matter would be escalated to the Ashanti Regional Minister, Dr. Frank Amoakwini, to facilitate payment for the school's development project. So I think part of the interchange goes through Prempeh College's land, and they are asking for 1 million cedis. The money hasn't been paid yet.
So since 2013.
So that's 13 years ago.
13 years ago.
Yeah.
Now, IMF projects Ghana's debt to GDP to rise to 53% by 2026. The story in the New Republic. Ghana's debt to GDP ratio is projected to rise to 53% by the end of 2026, up from 45.3% recorded in 2025, according to the International Monetary Fund, IMF. The projection is contained in the IMF's Fiscal Monitor report, released on the sidelines of the 2026 spring meetings of the IMF and World Bank in Washington, D.C. It is, however, not immediately clear what specific factors will drive the expected increase.
Blame Fair Wages and Salaries Commission for salary adjustments delays. The Ghana Armed Forces has blamed, this is Daybreak page 3, the Ghana Armed Forces has blamed the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission for delays in the implementation of a new salary structure for its civilian staff, citing anomalies in data provided by the Commission. In an internal communication from the Department of Defense Civilian Establishment at Burma Camp, Ghana Armed Forces indicated that discrepancies indicated during the implementation phase had forced a halt to the process. Now, while Ghana Armed Forces has pointed to data anomalies from the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission as the reason for the delay, affected workers argue that the reversal raises broader concerns about transparency and accountability in the implementation process. Details on page.
I'll give you 2 stories from the point of view yesterday. The ABSA Group CEO says Ghana's economy is well positioned to weather global shocks. So this came through from Kenny Figler. He said policy measures implemented in recent years have positioned Ghana among a select group of economies better equipped to navigate the current wave of global volatility. Killer spoke on the point of view yesterday and said macroeconomic adjustments and natural resource base will help cushion the impact of external shocks even as global conditions remain fragile. So from that program, Zen Petroleum is going to list on the Ghana Stock Exchange. According to the founder and CEO, William Tewia, he announced plans for his company to be officially listed on the Ghana Stock Exchange. Speaking on the point of view, Mr. Tewia said the decision followed extensive internal deliberations on the benefits and trade-offs of going public. I'll take one story from Sami, then I'll go international, where the war doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon.
Okay, so no safe haven for criminals, Ashanti South Police declares. The story in the Daily Guide, page 11, from David Efum. The Ashanti Regional Police Commander of the Ghana Police Service, DCOP Joseph Hamadinyaba, has declared that there is no hiding place for criminals in the country, warning that the police will pursue offenders wherever they may be.
The BBC is reporting that the US says there is no time pressure on ending the war with Iran, while the White House says President Trump has not set a new deadline for the extended ceasefire. Meanwhile, Iran's chief negotiator Mohammed Baghar Ghalibaf says it's not possible to reopen the Strait of Hormuz because of flagrant breaches of the ceasefire by US and Israel. The Iranian president says the US blockade and breach of commitments are the main obstacles to the negotiation. So there's a stalemate apparently with Iran emphatic that to not reopen the strait. It's very serious. So Iran actually attacked 3 cargo ships as they tried to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. I was listening to IMF MD speaking a few days ago and said, look, even if the war ends today, it will take months for normalcy to return to global supply chains, because these vessels that carry these goods through the strait, sometimes they move. It takes them a lot of months. So if there's a lot of disruption, and I really don't know why leaders of these countries cannot find a way to stop this senseless war so that we can have our lives back to normal.
Really insane.
Anyway, I think the insight has a
something related. US military base in Ghana. Full text of the Defense Cooperation Agreement between the United States of America and Ghana.
Yes,
if I can bring you quick highlights
of that.
Some highlights of that. The government of Ghana on May 9, 2018, under the leadership of the then President Nana Akufo-Addo, signed a controversial Defense Cooperation Agreement with the United States of America, also headed by President Donald Trump. The agreement, among many others, allowed the U.S. military personnel to use guns in Ghana, enjoy such privileges as tax waivers or duty waivers on agreed tools and equipment to be brought into the country, including exemptions to commit all manner of crimes, including murder, and not be tried under the laws of Ghana except that of the United States. The Defense Cooperation Agreement also allows U.S. forces access to specific Ghanaian facilities for training, exercises, and humanitarian relief, with key terms such as tax exemptions, radio spectrum usage, and immunity from local jurisdiction for U.S. personnel.
All right. Thank you very much for that one. And we will leave the news preview here. Coming up next is the Citi Business News.
This is the Citi Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Citi Business News at 7 with Neil Atielate. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard. This is the breakfast edition of Citi Business News, brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Valex. Coming up, 3 major mining companies ordered to transition from full-scale to contract mining by end of 2026. Also, local content creators to have cross-border payout challenges resolved as Bank of Ghana integrates them into the formal economy. Much later, we hear from the group CEO of ABSA, who's backed Ghana's economic recovery, saying the country is far ahead in withstanding global shocks despite rising uncertainty. I am Neil Atielate. Details of these and more coming up in the next 10 minutes. Thanks for joining us. And the country's mining sector is heading for a major operational transition because the Minerals Commission has tightened enforcement of local content rules to increase domestic participation in the industry. Three major foreign mining companies, Newmont, AngloGold Ashanti, and Zijin Mining, have been directed by the regulator to transition to contract mining by December 2026. Here's why. The directive follows Ghana's revised local content rules, which require surface mining to be handled by fully Ghanaian-owned firms, while underground operations must involve companies with at least 50% local ownership. The three firms are among the last major operators still operating the mines with their own staff, even as most large-scale miners have already outsourced operations to local contractors. The Minerals Commission is said to have rejected requests by the companies for extended timelines, warning that failure to comply could result in sanctions. The policy shift forms part of broader efforts by government to deepen local participation in the mining value chain and retain more revenue within the economy. Industry sources say the reforms are also intended to build capacity among Ghanaian mining service providers, with firms such as engineers and planners and Rockshore expected to benefit from expanded contract opportunities. Meanwhile, discussions between the regulator and affected companies are still ongoing as the industry weighs operational efficiency concerns against compliance with the new regime. The Bank of Ghana has moved to reassure Ghanaian digital content creators over concerns about delays and challenges in receiving earnings from global platforms. Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Isiama, says the central bank stands ready to work with stakeholders to resolve bottlenecks affecting cross-border payouts, describing the issue as increasingly important within Ghana's digital economy.
The governor gave the assurance during an engagement with content creators at Bank Square following the Bank of Ghana's 20th April statement addressing concerns over access to earnings from global digital platforms. Dr. Johnson Isiama stressed that the central bank places high value on the work of content creators, likening their contribution to traditional export sectors such as cocoa. He noted that the bank is open and accessible to help resolve any payout-related challenges they may encounter. He encouraged the creators to form a structured association to facilitate coordinated engagement with regulators and ensure that issues are addressed more efficiently and at an early stage. According to him, the bank is committed to supporting their work and will take steps to ensure a smoother operating environment. The engagement also reaffirmed that under existing foreign exchange regulations, proceeds from service exports can be received through foreign exchange accounts held with banks in Ghana or credited Ghana Citi accounts, provided transactions comply with regulatory requirements.
Daniel Sakite's report. Importers and exporters in the country are expected to save more than 800 million Ghana cedis annually following a new directive by the Ghana Shippers Authority to cap the container administrative charge at 550 Ghana cedis per 20-foot equivalent unit. The policy, which takes effect from May 1, 2026, is to reduce the cost of doing business at the country's port and bring transparency to charges imposed by shipping lines. There is more in the following Business Desk report.
According to the Ghana Union of Traders Association, shippers paid about 1.69 billion cedis in container administrative charges in 2024 alone. With the new cap in place, businesses are projected to save approximately 802.5 million cedis each year, easing the financial burden on traders and manufacturers. The Traders Association, in a statement, welcomed the move, describing it as a critical step toward addressing long-standing concerns over high and often unjustified port-related charges imposed by shipping lines and their agents. The container administrative charge was introduced in the late 1980s when vessels calling at Ghana's ports relied on ship-mounted gear due to limited port infrastructure. However, industry players argue that the conditions that justify the charge no longer exist, yet the fees have continued to rise over the years. The association said the decision by the Ghana Shippers Authority followed extensive consultations with shipping lines, freight forwarders and other stakeholders and was undertaken under the provisions of the Ghana Shippers Authority Act 2024.
A Business Desk report by my colleague Daniel Udru Mensah. Ghana's economy is projected to weather mounting global pressures, with Absa Group expressing confidence in the country's resilience amid rising energy costs and heightened market volatility. Group Chief Executive Officer Ken Feller says recent policy adjustments have placed Ghana among a select group of economies better positioned to navigate the current wave of global uncertainty. Speaking on the point of view on Channel 1 TV with Bernard Avle, Mr. Feller noted that Ghana's macroeconomic reforms combined with its natural resource base provide a buffer against external shocks even as global conditions remain fragile.
I think Ghana has taken all the measures that are necessary to position itself relatively well. I think it is one of few countries that will be able to weather the storms despite all of these challenges that we're dealing with. Increase in energy prices, a lot of volatility and unpredictability. Ghana is fortunate in many respects in that as people fear global challenges and turmoil, they tend to move their capital to assets that they consider safe like gold. Ghana is fortunate in that it will benefit in that regard. Secondly, the energy situation has raised the need for energy companies as well as buyers of energy to look at diversified sources to procure their own crude oil. Again, Ghana is well positioned to be able to benefit from this turmoil. I think on balance, Ghana will do exceptionally well.
Well, the ABSA Group CEO is also calling on African countries to unlock the continent's vast agricultural potential, stressing that underutilized arable land could play a transformative role in strengthening food security and reducing vulnerability to global supply disruptions.
I think we are part of the global village. It is beneficial for countries to be connected to the global economy. We produce a lot of products in the African continent, whether it's our own natural resources or, if you think about it, we are endowed with arable land. 60% of uncultivated arable land globally is found in the African continent, which means that if we're able to take advantage of that situation, we could be feeding the whole world. That inevitably means we have to be connected to the global economy, we have to be connected to financial flows, and therefore whatever happens in terms of the global economy and shifts, it will affect the African continent.
Kenny Feller is Group Chief Executive Officer of ABSA. The founder and Chief Executive Officer of Zen Petroleum Holdings PLC, William Terrier, has reaffirmed the company's commitment to fair pricing, product quality and customer satisfaction in Ghana's petroleum sector. He was also speaking on the point of view on Channel 1 TV with Bernard Avle. He said Zen has consistently prioritized competitive and uniform pricing across its nationwide network.
We always set out trying to do the best we can in every possible way. So to start with, offer competitive prices. That's something that we started doing years ago. We believe that the end consumer deserves the best price possible. So we've always tried to sell at the lowest price possible for us in a sustainable way. And we've always maintained that our prices need to be uniform across our network, not just in certain parts of the country where there's too much competition. We believe our price needs to be uniform everywhere you go. And that's also out of respect to our customers, so you don't feel that you're being shortchanged. Or somebody
so you don't differentiate prices geographically?
We don't. It's the same price. If you see a price for gas oil or gasoline, it's the same across the country. We've always believed that the customer deserves to receive the quantity of fuel that they've paid for. So if we say we're giving you 50 litres, you need to have 50 in your car. It's something that we take very seriously. And then, of course, the quality needs to be the best quality available.
William Terrier is founder and Chief Executive Officer of Zen Petroleum Holdings PLC. On the interbank market this morning, the dollar is trading at 11 cedis 10 pesos, the British pound at 14 cedis 90 pesos. You could get the euro at 13 cedis. These remain average rates from forex bureaus and not the interbank rates published by the Bank of Ghana. So please be guided. And that's it for the breakfast edition of Citi Business News. These stories and more are available on our website, citinewsroom.com/business. I am Neil Ate. Do have a good business day.
Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle.
Mappe. Et mappe. Et à ce mot. Oh, French dear. This is midi croissant.
Meet Aja. She makes sobolo in a small shop in Kaswa. She's going places with MTN Ejumapa. Now, she's learning French kakra to teach her francophone customers indigenous recipes.
Watashi no namae wa.
Watashi no na my boy.
Whoa. She's learning Japanese too? Watashi. What? If you're a woman with a small business, join MTN Ejumapa today by dialing *5060# and enjoy 150 megabytes data, a lifestyle bundle for social media, free MTN to MTN calls every Monday, and an insurance cover. You will also gain access to expert training, discounts on digital tools, and financial support to grow the business of your dreams. Terms and conditions apply. MTN.
Kuma has always dreamt of commanding his own military forces.
Attention! Eyes right, stand at ease.
Because that dream is still a vision in progress, he spends his time commanding his money with the EcoBank mobile app.
Operation Supplier Payment. Dispatch 1,000 units of currency from Accra to Benin. Move! Move!
Sometimes he wants a little extra control so that he can buy only what he needs.
Command Center mobile app. Activate virtual card protocol and initiate payments for sneakers and t-shirts. Abort mission for leather coat payment.
Even when the general is fast asleep, his standing order marches out to sort his bills. With the EcoBank mobile app, you can command your money to make safe transactions in Ghana and across 33 African countries. Download the EcoBank mobile app on the Play or App Store today.
By the left, about turn.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
L to the A to the L to the A. La la la. Help me make I know they talk much. I wanna be concise. We want to accommodate. Come make I be your bike. Working from 9 to 5. You go like my hand design. I'm scanning the whole area. The gold I want to know. On my mind.
It's 13 after 7. Lati just went by with a breakfast edition of the City Business News. Is brought to you by EcoBank.
I know fit to offer your body. I know not me penno. Up on it to make a slide.
And EcoBank says if your money is controlling you now, it's time to take charge. We have the EcoBank mobile app. It gives you the power to command your money. You transact across 33 African countries and anywhere in the world. Command your money to make water, electricity, and school fee payments, bank and mobile money transfers, create virtual cards to buy only what you need and more. So download the EcoBank mobile app now on the App Store or Play Store. Command your money. Commanding your money also means paying attention to details. EcoBank never calls or send messages asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details. When in doubt, please call the EcoBank call center on 0800 003225. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. Gabby Affairs here ready to serve you kickoff. That's brought to you by Polytank and Lesheho. Have you gotten your Polytank Sumo Super yet? If not, you're missing out. Get up to 10% off the premium multiple layer Sumo Super Tank. Walk into any Polytank outlet, ask for the Sumo Super. You will save over 1,000 Ghana cedis. It's built with advanced multi-layer technology and reinforced for superior durability. It's designed to last and give you peace of mind. It's always the best. Polytank will not request for Momo payments online, so please be well. Frosters and Lesheho Savings and Loans has great news just for you. From now until the 30th of April 2026, interest rates have been reduced further just for you. So apply for a loan today to sort out all your needs at the best rates on the market. Just WhatsApp or call Nana on 02700 4799. The shareholders improve life. Just before Gabi comes in for For years, you've worked hard, saved carefully, prayed quietly, paying rent, and every single year you've been wondering when it will finally be your turn. Dreaming of a place you could truly call your own, but owning a home still feels out of reach at the Locust Estate. We understand and know how it feels to work so hard and still feel unsure about tomorrow. We have beautifully designed 3-bedroom townhouses in safe, secure, community-focused estates with a clubhouse, gym, swimming pool, and 24-hour security. So talk to us, call us 0200 557704. LocustEstate.com is where to visit online, because we are your home of modern living. We make it possible. Gabby Affairs here with details of kickoff.
Thursday morning, April 23. Time now for the very latest in the world of sports right here on the City Breakfast Show. Coming up in the next 10 minutes.
Toku. Here goes Haaland. Alarm bells ringing here for Burnley. It's Erling Haaland. It's beautiful. Manchester City in front. Coolness personified from Erling Haaland.
All right, so Manchester City now on top of the table. Erling Haaland with the only goal at the Turf Moor, and that defeat for Burnley means they will play in the Championship next season. More from the PL Plus. It's a big day for Black Stars coach Carlos Queiroz after arriving last night for his outdooring later this afternoon. More on that plus some athletics are coming up in the next 10 minutes right here on 97.3. Kickoff is probably brought to you by Polytan Ghana and Lasheho. Let's improve life. Alright, I'm Gabi Ofer. Let's begin with what will be a busy day for Ghana's new coach this afternoon. His name is Carlos Queiroz, and he will be officially unveiled later this afternoon at 1 p.m. at the Alisa Hotel following his appointment as the man tasked with leading the Black Stars to the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, the Portuguese tactician arrived in the country last night to a rousing reception at the airport and is expected to address the media later this afternoon as he formally begins work with just 49 days remaining until the tournament kicks off across the USA, Canada, and Mexico. Now, Queiroz will also announce his backroom staff, with reports suggesting that current Black Stars goalkeepers coach Fatal Dauda and assistant coach Desmond Ofer could be part of his technical team. His first assignment will be in charge on May 22 when Ghana faces Mexico in an international friendly before taking on Wales on June 2 in Cardiff as part of preparations for the World Cup. But let's stay with the Black Stars, because Queiroz will name his first Black Star squad for the May test against Mexico in the subsequent weeks. Now, Communications Director of the GFA, Henry Asante-Chum, says there is still no clear indication on whether fresh faces will make the upcoming squad.
New faces in terms of players? Yes. I don't know. No decision has been firmed up yet. The coach has just taken over. He's been engaging, he's been talking. I know he has plans of visiting all our players, including even those who are injured. I have personally spoken to him. I spoke to him yesterday. He shared his expectations with me, because now I'm going to work under him. So it is interesting. We will see how things go. The players are ready, I know, but we are bedeviled by some injuries. But we still have a very strong team. I know he's going to work very, very hard. In terms of the backroom staff, I cannot confirm anything for now, because the details will be given at tomorrow's presser.
All right, so that presser is later today at the Alisa Hotel at 1 p.m. Well, former Black Stars captain Asamoah Gyan says he is still yet to step into coaching despite earning his year for B license. He explains that his current business commitments have made it difficult to dedicate the time required to fully pursue a coaching career.
The reason why I haven't started my coaching is it's all about dedication. If you're a coach, if your business is doing all your training plan for Pentemarco, until you believe in but who dedicate to who say, no, coach here, you have time for the kids. Each step, I have UEFA license B, but why am I not into coaching? Because I know, say, if you are a man outside, you have dedication. You're ready, 9% dedicating in one. I'll dedicate myself into coaching and coach. Because someone say, hey, idea, you have to focus and teach. You know, I'm not going to talk much. That's the small advice I'll give you as coach.
All right, so that's Ghana's all-time top scorer, Samoa Gyan, speaking there. Now, let's start with the World Cup because media attaché at the U.S. Embassy, Matthew Asada, says the visa application process for Ghanaian fans traveling to the FIFA World Cup 2026 has now been significantly streamlined. According to him, the process has been made easier and more efficient with most applicants able to secure visas in less than a month. He asked that the measures are aimed at ensuring a smooth and accessible travel experience for supporters heading into the tournament.
That's something that we're very proud of, that this administration, the Trump administration, has committed to ensuring that every applicant has an opportunity to apply for a visa to visit the United States during the World Cup. And as part of that, what we've done is we've sent hundreds of additional consular officers around the world so that they can make these visa appointments available. What that means for someone here in Ghana is that we've taken the wait time for a B1, B2 visa from 15 months in 2024 to 12 months in 2025 to less than 1 month today.
All right, so that's Matthew Asada. He's media attaché at the U.S. Embassy. Now, the Ghana Football Association has announced a new date for Match Day 30 fixtures, which will now be played on Wednesday, May 6, 2026. The decision follows the suspension of this weekend's games as a mark of respect for the late Dominic Frimpong. The adjustment also gives Brecum Chelsea additional time to recover from the tragic incident. Now let's do some analytics in Ghana Athletics through its president. Baf Husseini has declared the country's readiness to host some of Africa's top athletes at the 24th edition of the CAA African Athletics Championships Accra 2026. Now the championships are scheduled to take place from May 12 to May 17, 2026 at the Legon Stadium, with Ghana set to welcome elite competitors from across the continent. Here is more. The nation's athletes are set to compete against the very best from across the continent in a 6-day showcase of elite track and field. The championship, scheduled from May 12 to May 17, 2026, will bring together Africa's top-performing athletes for one of the continent's premier athletics event. Among the standout names expected is Botswana's sprint sensation, Lesile Tebogo, alongside other leading competitors, comprising a highly competitive and thrilling experience.
Maybe you've never seen somebody who has run sub 10. Yeah. In Ghana, have opportunity to see people running sub 10. Maybe you've never seen somebody who ran 44 in Ghana, and you're going to see people running 44. You wonder, so how is the 44 race look like? And you're hearing Tobago or hearing Sambini or Chibet, see them run on the TV. Now you're going to see them feel running that.
President of the Ghana Athletics, Baf Husseini, emphasized that the championship will serve as a major platform for elite African athletes to compete for continental glory.
Before you do in a big event like that, you have to register it 3 months before the competition. Yeah. So the African Championship and some of our local competition are already in the system. So, and the results is going to be live. The results are going to be instant results, both online and World Athletic platform, all those platforms. So you can replay it. So as soon as 8 day.
He added that preparations are well underway, with efforts focused on meeting international standards, including the use of enhanced electronic timing systems. Ahead of the competition, which begins on May 12, Ghana Athletics signed a memorandum of understanding with Piva Beverages. The agreement positions both organizations to play key roles in delivering a world-class event in Accra.
As one of the directors of the business, I like athletics a lot. As I said, I was a former student of St. Augustine's College, and those who went to August School, also who went to secondary schools in Cape Coast, athletics is a big deal for us. And I knew Bawa from University of Ghana during this. He's my mate, I must admit. So they came and reached us out that they need support. Government is doing their best, but it's not enough. So I believe that Piva being an emerging brand, if you associate ourselves with athletics, which Ghanaians like a lot, we can also propel the product to levels that ordinarily on our own we may not be able to reach.
All right, so that's that report for you. The athletics will start on May 12 to May 17, 2026. Now let's get to the English Premier League, and Manchester City continue their charge towards the Premier League title with a 1-0 victory to move Pep Guardiola's side top of the table and relegate Burnley back to the championships. Guardiola's men had not been in the number one spot since the opening week of the campaign, but an 11-game unbeaten streak has led them to overtaking the Gunners with 5 games left. Citi's Erling Haaland speaking after the game.
I'm happy we win, and that's the most important thing. Anything else, don't think, just try to win.
Are we at this stage now at the business end of the season where it is just about winning? Performance comes second?
One more time, sorry, I didn't.
The result is more important than the performance, because the levels, they weren't as strong as we saw at the weekend from you guys against Arsenal.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's all about winning no matter how. We try to play our football and just try to win. That's what you have to have in your mindset, and now focus on Saturday.
So that's Manchester City's Erling Haaland speaking there. Now at the Vitality, Sean Longstaff scored a dramatic 97 minutes equalizer as Leeds took another step towards Premier League survival in an eventful 2-2 draw at Bournemouth. Elsewhere at Chelsea, former striker Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink says he expected Liam Rosinia to be given more time before the club decided to part ways with him. Rosinia was dismissed just months after signing a 6-year deal following his move from Strasbourg, a side owned by Chelsea's parent club, Blueco.
I know that he was under pressure because, look, Chelsea is a big club.
Yeah.
They expect to win. It hasn't happened before, or it hasn't happened that long or long ago that they haven't scored this minimum goals.
Yeah, 5 games they've not scored a goal.
5 games, yeah. So the stats are not in his favour, but then still, because he's been not that long at Chelsea, I would have thought that they would give him a little bit more time. They've got lots of injuries. The game against Man United, they were a little bit unlucky. They played really well. So yeah, I am a little bit surprised, but then on the other hand, I'm not, because it's football, it's results. The shirt is heavy.
Alright, so that's former Chelsea striker Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink reacting to Chelsea dismissing Liam Rosinia. Well, in Spain, Lamine Yamal injured himself as he scored a penalty that gave Barca a now victory over Celta Vigo and extended their lead at the top of the La Liga to 9 points last night. Well, that's the very latest in the world of sport. For more, you can head to citysportsonline.com and on X at City Sports JJ. Kickoff is rally brought to you by Polytangana and Let's improve life. I'm Gabriel Fair. Enjoy the rest of your day. Do take care and bye-bye.
Ask for Sumo Super and say from now to the end of Ghana month, Polytank is celebrating with you. We are giving you over 1,000 Ghana cedis for free on our premium Sumo Super range of water tanks in celebration of Ghana. Sumo Super is designed to last, giving you peace of mind for your home, project, or business. Don't miss this limited time offer. Visit any Polytank outlet today. Ask for Sumo Super and save over 1,000 Ghana cedis. Polytank, the original, always the best. Panono Ankasa. Beware, Polytank does not request for Momo online.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's go, we improve your life. Even when you're stuck with nothing, no matter your situation, let's go, we improve your life. Let's go, we improve your life.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680 884 or 0307 086 370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Everybody is a winner in the Ungalicious Abiwa promo. Over 4 million worth of cash and prizes to be won. Just look out for the special Ungalicious promo packs. Submit 20 Unga powder promo sachets and 20 Unga shrimp tablets promo wrappers at any Unga redemption center near you and receive your scratch card. Scratch to review your unique code. Send to *713*27# and win instantly. Cash prizes up to 200,000 Ghana cedis. Deep freezers, smart TVs, kitchen appliances, and more. Promo runs from 15th April to 15th July 2026. Hurry, don't miss it. Terms and conditions apply. This advert is FDA approved.
Momo. It has made life happen in lots of good ways.
Mr. Kwanzaa, Mr. Insurance claim no. It
has put together beautiful weddings. It has filled the bellies of boys at their favorite watchy joint.
My guy, stop. Who they chop cancel these days?
It has made millions of businesses possible.
Mr. Kalono, we are back in business.
With just a few taps, money moves faster, easier, and safer. Momo understands the weight of your trust in us. We continuously enhance security with features like self-paying research to help you protect your money. Momo will only call you with 0244 300,000. No MTN or Momo staff will call or ask for your PIN or one-time password. Do not transfer funds to anyone whose identity you have not verified. Do not approve any prompts you have not initiated. Momo, still Wunsaka.
Bold colors, bold patterns, bold choices. Bold since 1966. Through every decade, every celebration, every woman, every story. For 60 years, GTP is still the first choice. Today, we are more than fabric. We are fashion. 60 years bold, because bold never gets old. It gets retold and stays gold. Get the GTP at 60th Anniversary Collection today from any accredited GTP distributor nationwide or from our retail shop in Osu and online at shop.gtpfashion.com and celebrate bold colors, bold patterns, and bold women. GTP. Life styled.
The World Cup is coming. And this time, you're not just watching it, you're living it. Match Experience Hospitality is giving you front row access to football's biggest stage in absolute style. Think VIP stadium seating, exclusive lounges, gourmet dining, and priority access. No stress, no hassle, just pure football luxury. This isn't just a ticket. This is the World Cup experience. With over a decade as an official FIFA sales agent, Match Experience Hospitality knows exactly how to turn a match into a lifetime memory. So upgrade your World Cup. Call 055-155-1119. Visit matchexphospitality.com or walk into any Absa Bank branch, our official banking partner today. Match Experience Hospitality. Don't just watch the game, live it. Match Experience Hospitality is doing this with Absa Bank as its official banking partner and Glyco as official travel insurance partner.
When the sirens are loud, but the beds are full, what happens next? Join the conversation Ghana cannot afford to ignore. The Presec Old Boys Association presents Conversations Under the Baobab Tree 3.0, an Odadie National Dialogue. Theme: The No Bed Syndrome in Ghana, Improving Emergency Healthcare. Chaired by Odadie Dr. Ernest Ofori-Sapon, Alumni Global President, with a keynote by Odadie Dr. Opokuwari Ampuma, former CEO, Kolebu Teaching Hospital, featuring a distinguished panel: Odadie Dr. Okoboy, former Minister of Health, Odadie Dr. Dr. Kwame Enimwama, former CEO, University of Ghana Medical Center. Odadeɛ Professor Dr. Ernest York, President, Ghana Medical Association. Odadeɛ Dr. Samuel Nyama, Executive Director, Public Health Alliance International, Ghana. Dr. Kwame Ekremet, Emergency Medicine Physician, UGMC. Mrs. Faustina Excel Adepa, Representative, Ghana Nurses Association. Moderated by Odadeɛ Bernard Avle. Channel 1 TV. From policy to practice. Expect bold insights, hard truths, and real solutions. Because in emergencies, delays cost lives. The date, 30th April. The time, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The venue, Palms by Eagle, formerly Holiday Inn Airport. This is more than a dialogue. It's a call to act. Conversations under the Baobab Tree 3.0. An Odadeɛ dialogue. In thy light, we shall see light. Media partners, Channel 1 TV and Citi FM.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
Say oops upside your head. 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 Say oops upside your head.
I'm back at you again.
Upside your head.
Radio station WGAP.
Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Now on all you gappers and you finger snappers, you toe tappers, and you love lappers, I want y'all to say this with me. Say
oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Say it loud.
Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Say it loud.
Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Pay attention, sucker.
Say oops upside your head. 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 Say oops upside your head.
Edition of How Regulated Radio. This is Citi 97.3.
It don't make no difference. You gon' dance anyway.
Upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say
the bigger the headache, the bigger the pill. The bigger the lifestyle, the bigger the bill. Say it loud.
Upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head. Say oops upside your head.
Jack was slicker than Jill. He took Jill up the hill. Now he gonna say it for you. Jack and Jill went up the hill. Have a little fun. Stupid and kill, but got uphill, and now they got a son.
7:38 on the Citi Breakfast Show, and I have a few birthday greetings to bring to people who send those birthday requests in, and then I'm going to play an audio I got. So, Godfrey, a listener sent me an audio yesterday with questions I couldn't answer.
Hey.
So I've decided that I will come and air the audio so that all of you help me answer the questions, because this listener has been listening and sending me many messages.
Wow.
So I'm going to air that audio. But let's wish a few happy birthdays quickly. Happy birthday to the Simpe Manche Ni Adote Otinto the second.
You mean my chief?
Your man that.
My chief.
Your man that. Ni Adote Otinto. He's a big man. Yeah, no more. You'll be big man too much. Happy birthday to Ni Adote Otinto the second. And to former Black Stars defender, 1978 AFCON winner, James Kukudazi.
Oh, okay.
72 years old today.
Yes.
I think he played for Hasselhoff.
A big man.
I think he played for Hasselhoff.
No, who could play for the Western side?
No, Nashika, help me. Nakwama. Did Kukudazi play for Hearts? I think he did. I think he did. We'll check. Happy birthday to Estelle Jacqueline Asari, Charlene A. Anafi, C.J. Ni Kwate. And then this is all from Akofa. Is CJ his title or his name? CJ Ni Kwate. May God bless you all and nourish your new year with many blessings. Coming in from Akofa. Happy birthday to Comrade Finn Emmanuel Regan, Ashanti Regional Director, National Service Authority. We celebrate you. We celebrate your remarkable leadership from your humble mentees Lasso Abubakari, Eugene Ajiman Prempe, and Nababio Asumeni. We are proud to honor you as you embark on your journey towards becoming the next Ashanti regional organizer. Amudi Afemo. May God grant you unimaginable landslide. Hey, Comrade Finn Emmanuel Regan. Your people have smuggled a birthday request and converted it into a regional campaign message. So apparently he wants to be Ashanti regional organizer of the NDC. So this is to Comrade Finn Emmanuel Regan. Today is the birthday of one of the men I admire most, Togbe Afede.
Oh, okay.
Togbe Afede celebrating his birthday today, and I got a lot of people requesting a happy birthday to him. This one is coming in from my good friend Eli Plim Afet Togbo, who is one of the patrons of Keta Football Club. So that Charlie, Connaissance Day, on the behalf of the entire management and technical team, play Afede the 14th. May this special day be filled with joy, good health, and abundant blessings. We pray for strength, wisdom, and long life as we continue to lead and inspire our people. Happy birthday! So happy birthday to you, Anthony Arthur. Welcome to the 4th floor. There's a couple more coming through this morning.
And Kukudazi was with Hazakes. And a few more also from the message board. Bernard, happy birthday to my dear wife, Madame Christine Lokbo, a teacher of Atanve Basic School in Akachi North. God bless you abundantly, from Mr. Emmanuel Wodewole in Accra. Good morning, Bernard and team. I'd like to wish my very good friend Kofi Pepra Brown of Cambridge University Hospital a special happy birthday today. All right. Kofi's an ardent listener of yours, even from where he is. I pray that he continues to be a blessing to generations. This is from Olive and his friends here at DHL. Wonderful. Kindly wish my friend and younger sister Asafomame Catherine Adeti of Church of Pentecost Freedom, and Linda Amenuvo of CAC Dominion Assembly Community 22 Junction a glorious happy birthday. Wishing them good health. Adeti. Okay. Of Church of Pentecost Freedom. And Linda Amenuvo CAC. Yes. 22 Junction. Yes. This is Etonam in Kakasulanka. Okay. Special birthday to Rachel Asabia Asari, also known as Simply Correct. A wonderful entrepreneur in African accessories, jewelry, and fabrics. This is coming from Ato Krenzel. Help me wish a glorious birthday to Mr. Robert Ahiabenu. A great brain of all standards from my hometown. From your hometown. So Robert Ahiabenu is he formed this Pen Plus Bites. Oh, okay. Robert Ahiabenu. That's him. Yes. Oh, okay. His father co-authored a book about the people of Joje. Oh, okay. Yes, Robert Ahiabenu is a great brain from Joje. Okay, this is coming from Mr. and Mrs. Moses Yevu. Ashaiman. More creation enterprise. And okay. Pastor and Evangelist Selassie Fume. Okay, so Robert Ahiabenu, I join myself to this birthday greeting as well. Please wish Vidal Say, Secretary to Dr. Dufour, former Finance Minister and currently an advisor to the President, happy birthday. This is coming from Jones Adoboy in La. Okay, so Vidal Say, happy birthday. And then let me do this one from our friend Anita Kisimiriku to Yvette Baladu Keme of Go Ghana. May the Lord bless you always. And this is from your friend Anita Kisimeko, and the message is, I love you, have a fantastic celebration. But also let me announce the arrival to the Republic of Ghana of our... Oh, the coach is here? No, our deported royal from Scotland. Oh, Kinatahini is in town, man. Oh, the kingdom of Kubala. He's in town as in... Why, he's left his kingdom? He's been deported. Oh, the richest people deported. People deported. He landed yesterday. Oh, Charlie. And you mean Prime Press Kinatahini? Yeah, Kofi Ofe. Kofi Adwa. Charlie, did you know trivia? Atahini trivia. Dude used to be an opera singer. Are you kidding me? I'm telling you. So where are the women he was forming a kingdom with? He left the queens behind. But Alaski, our man has set his sights on a new kingdom. Where? Sunyai. So Sunyai, get ready to be. He says wherever he is, the kingdom of Kubala is present, and Sunyai is where he's going. You know, for those of you who don't know this, a few months ago, the Scottish authorities arrested a Ghanaian, or they tried to arrest a Ghanaian who had camped in a forest claiming that he had taken over and had colonized the forest.
Yes.
He had a woman and two women.
Yeah, he said, no.
There were two women.
No.
One was supposed to be a queen.
He had queens from different continents.
Is it?
So he had the American queen.
Are you kidding me?
Who took the Egyptian name. He had the South American queen.
But no, one was supposed to be a daughter of the kingdom of princess.
No. The one he was eating the fufu with.
Yes.
Oh, he had three.
Why do
you have to do that?
Produce King
Why do you have to do that?
So he was deported finally.
Yeah, and he showed up in full regalia. I thought this guy would come in. So he showed up in full regalia,
which means that he was deported without violence.
So Sunyani prepare. He says we must all bow.
Okay. All right. So there's a lot of things we'll be doing today, but there's a conference. So one of my listeners usually sends me WhatsApps. Every day. Bernard, sanitation. Bernard, the people are on the street. So I said, you know what? You send me a voice note.
I frustrated.
So she sent me a voice note with questions that I couldn't answer.
Hey.
So I'm going to air the voice note and then you help me answer the question.
Let me hear it.
I'll ask this question again. Is there a minister of sanitation? What is his job exactly? His or her job? Is there a job description? Who tells whether the job is being done or not? Is the person being paid? And if he's being paid, what is the person being paid for? I've asked you several times. Of course, when I'm driving to work, I can listen to you. When I get to work, I can't. So I don't know whether these specific questions have been answered. What is the Minister of Sanitation being paid for? What are the deliverables? What are they being paid for? Well, as I said, maybe I'm in the village part of Accra, west part of Accra, which is a different ballgame. Maybe east cantonments and all those other places, maybe it's better. But Collywood and Soman, Jamestown, Osu, I don't know. Is it part of Accra Circle? Accra, Makola. Street lights, they don't work. But you deal with sanitation for me. Sanitation. What is Coley Beach? Oh my God. Please help me out. I beg you. Help me. What is the Minister of Sanitation being paid for every month? What are they ticking? What boxes? What are the KPIs? And what salary is the person being paid for? Please, I need to hear from you. Thank you. Do not ignore. I need to hear, because I need to rest assured that maybe the person is working. I'm just not seeing. If I were doing a sloppy job, I'm sure everybody will hear about it. If you were doing a sloppy job, I'm sure they will. So, well, I don't know what we are marking. Thank you.
So you have 5 minutes to start work, but I'll repeat the question because I couldn't answer. So you need more paper.
Yes.
Let me finish paying a few bills and I'll come back to you. Everybody's a winner in the Ongalicious Abin Waha promo. Over 4 million cedis worth of cash and prizes to be won. Look out for the special Ongalicious promo pack. Submit 20 Onga powder promo sachets and 20 Onga shrimp tablet promo wrappers at any Onga redemption center near you and receive your scratch card. Scratch, reveal your unique code, send to *713 *27# and win instantly. Cash prizes up to 200,000 cedis, deep freezers, smart TVs, kitchen appliances and more. Promo runs from 15th April to 15th July. Terms and conditions apply. Welcome to the Republic Verse, where your money, your business, and your dreams level up. Own your dream home with Republic Mortgages. Grow faster with SME and corporate banking solutions from Republic Bank. Run your finances daily with smooth retail and commercial banking products. And build wealth with investments and trust management from Republic Bank. This is the Republic Verse. Call 0800 414 414 or WhatsApp 0546 414 414. Republic Bank, we are the one for you. It's time to make that move. It's time for a cold Malta Guinness. When the mind, body, and Malta Guinness unite, nothing is beyond your reach. Vim up your daily pursuits with the revitalizing taste of Malta Guinness, packed with B vitamins. Malta Guinness is not like other soft drinks. It's a quality refreshment boosted with B vitamins and brewed with sorghum and malt. Charge forward towards your goal with each sip of its nourishing natural goodness.
Remember to always look out for the proudly made in Ghana symbol on every bottle or can of Malta Guinness. Malta Guinness, we move. Tecno has released the all-new Camon 50 series featuring a leading AI zoom camera for capturing exciting moments. The AI-powered photo gallery becomes a creative studio with AI art gallery. Tools like AI reflection remover, shadow remover, AI dazzle remover. Charlie, the phone is amazing. We have 3 variants: Camon 50, 50 Pro, and the 50 Ultra with eSIM. Visit any Tecno store to choose from the series. And we all know that moment when the alarm rings and life is already asking questions. Campus, office, hustle, dreams waiting to be chased. Those are the moments when you need something that helps you show up and keep going. That's why Cowbell Coffee stays with me every single day. Whether you're grinding for that exam, pushing deadlines at work, or cooking up the next big idea, Cowbell Coffee gives you that creamy taste and rich coffee aroma to kickstart your day right and enjoy it anytime. Cowbell Coffee, we day with you every moment.
And people are winning big on 590 mobile by dialing *959#. And some guys are not getting the details yet. So NLA has increased the play time of your favorite 590 mobile from Monday to Saturday. Noon rush starts from 8:30 p.m. and closes at 1:25 p.m. the next day, while the evening draw starts at 1:30 p.m. and closes at exactly 7:55 p.m. More time to stake more and more time to win more. But note that Sunday Asida remains the same. Catch all the 590 mobile evening draw from Monday's special to Sunday Asida on GTV broadcast 8 p.m. to 8:15 p.m. sharp. Always remember to stake responsibly. Contact 0308-249-477 for enquiries. 590 mobile at Darwinsem. Now, if you are into agribusiness, retail, mining, hospitality, manufacturing, trade, and logistics, then you need a partner that understands your business, and that partner is Absa Banking, because we get it. We get tailored solutions such as working capital, asset and trade finance, merchant solutions, and digital banking support designed specifically for your business's success. So whatever stage your business is at, talk to an Absa Bank relationship manager today. At Absa Business Banking, we get it. That's why we're here for you. Your story matters. Absa. Henley and Partners is a global leader in residence and citizenship planning. We advise on the best program for you and your family and assist with the entire application process every step of the way. For many Ghanaians, key drivers for seeking alternative residence and citizenship include greater global mobility, investment diversification, world-class education and healthcare, etc., etc. Popular options for Ghanaians include Caribbean citizenship, and you have Greece, Portugal, Malta, UAE, UK, Canada, and the US. People are looking at residence by investment in such places. So call us 0206-042-101. Let's help you. Email us ghana@henleyglobal.com. Our offices at the Galleria at Kempinski Gold Coast City Hotel. Call for free consultation.
All right, so breakfast is already special. But with Nido, it just got even better. Now with Nido Plus, 10+1 promo on our 14 gram and 23 gram packs, you have 10+1 more reasons to enjoy your breakfast, whether it's ekwegbe, rice water, oats, whatever. Buy a strip of our promo packs and get 11 sachets instead. 1 extra sachet for free. That's more smiles at the table, more creamy goodness, fortified with iron, and more value for your family. Nido helped us in our secondary school days. When you have Nido, I had a mate at Legon who went to St. Augustine's College, and his nickname was Nido. Oh. So only he knows why he went. Nido. Yeah, he was called Nido. I think he was in a math class or something. Right. Yeah, he was an Absu guy. So because breakfast deserves a little extra, and it's called Nido. Sharp. Okay, so Caleb, you came into the studio a bit late when we came back.
Yes, please.
A listener sent me some questions, and I couldn't answer them. So I decided I'm going to ask you and Godfrey to help me to answer the questions.
Okay.
This is not the... How many questions is about me? I asked Mr. Atasef. How many... Charlie, Ghana to do some before. Was it 7,000? Hey, Charlie. There was one day about me. I met Mr. Ata, and then they were laughing about the questions.
But this listener sent me some questions. Since you did geography and resource development for your first degree, you can answer. So please listen to the questions.
I'll ask this question again. Is there a minister of sanitation? What is his job exactly? His or her job? Is there a job description? Who tells whether the job is being done or not? Is the person being paid? And if he's being paid, what is the person being paid for? I've asked you several times. Of course, when I'm driving to work, I can listen to you. When I get to work, I can't. So I don't know whether these specific questions have been answered. What is the Minister of Sanitation being paid for? What are the deliverables? What are they being paid for? Well, as I said, maybe I'm in the village part of Accra, west part of Accra, which is a different ballgame. Maybe east cantonments and all those other places, maybe it's better. But Kolewood and Soman, Jamestown, Osu, I don't know. Is it part of Accra Circle? Accra, Makola. Street lights, they don't work. But you deal with sanitation for me. Sanitation. What is Kole Beach? Oh my God. Please help me out. I beg you. Help me. What is the Minister of Sanitation being paid for every month? What are they ticking? What boxes? What are the KPIs? And what salary is the person being paid for? Please, I need to hear from you. Thank you. Do not ignore. I need to hear, because I need to rest assured that maybe the person is working. I'm just not seeing. If I were doing a sloppy job, I'm sure everybody will hear about it. If you were doing a sloppy job, I'm sure they will. So, well, I don't know what we are marking. Thank you.
In the meantime, today marks the birthday of a true maritime trailblazer, Madam Jamilet Jaula Mahama, Executive Secretary of Wista International, former Ghana alternate permanent rep at IMO, and the current role as board chairperson of the Ghana Maritime Authority, the first woman to serve in this role since the GMA's establishment. Madam Jamilat's dedication to advancing the role of women in shipping and strategic governance continue to shape the maritime sector both in Ghana and the global stage. On this milestone, the management of the Ghana Maritime Authority wish her continued wisdom and good health and greater impact. Madam Jamilat Jaula Mahama. So quick correction. So the Ahiabenu, whose birthday is being celebrated, is actually Robert Abenu's cousin. Kwame Abenu's cousin is called Robert. So Robert is the one celebrating his birthday, not Kwame, the Pen Plus Bytes guy. All right, so thanks for the correction.
Blessed birthday to my first and only son, my womb opener. He turns 7 today. We wish him all the beautiful things in life. May his destiny never be cut short. Happy birthday, Glenn Kobina Kowalski, from your mom, now Oyokote, your dad, Kobe, your sisters, Gianna, Giselle, and Gretchen. Nice. We love you.
Happy birthday to the one and only Amasika, Mrs. Marian Sheila Texan. We are grateful to God for another year. Many doors open for you from my husband, Atu Texan, children Riley, Ryan, and Michaela Texan. So this is to you, Madam Sheila Marian Texan. Happy 16th to our firstborn child and trailblazer, Troy Papa Adianu Hagan. With love from your parents, Pakwesi, and the siblings Tyrell and Tori. Lucky Dubé. So the question is what? Who is in charge of sanitation in Accra? What is their job in Ghana? What's their job description? Who determines whether they've done their job? Who pays them? Lots of questions. Questions are like 10. We'll try and see we have answers to that question. By the way, if you have answers to those questions, supply them to us, because I don't have the answers.
Session A, session B, compulsory.
This one is like session A, B, C.
No objectives.
The question is serious. It's time for tech and social media trends.
Yes.
With Edwin Kwakofi.
Yes.
Edwin, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Good morning, Bernard.
Tech and social media trends is brought to us by Telecel.
Wonderful.
Edwin.
Yes, it is. So we start off with the new Black Stars boss, Carlos Queiroz, who will be unveiled later today at the Alisa Hotel at 1 p.m.
Wonderful.
So we'll bring you live coverage of that on Channel 1 TV and on Citi FM, and also on our social media platform. So we'll bring you the videos, whatever he says, any answers he gives to the questions that are asked, and what his vision is for the Black Stars ahead of the World Cup.
Wonderful.
We'll bring that to you on our various platforms when he starts speaking. So watch out for that. And if you have any questions, you can also send them to us via our social media platforms.
Super.
Okay, so let's move on to another coaching issue. And Chelsea Football Club, they have replaced their coach, sacked him. After how many months in charge? Just about 5 months in charge. Basically 3 or 4 months in charge. Liam Rossignol. So he coached for only 23 games.
I saw people celebrating in the newsroom that he had been sacked.
Unfortunately.
How can somebody rejoice about another one's downfall?
I'm even shocked.
How? They were praising God.
I'm even shocked.
The Duncan said, "Oh, Yehovah Zebaoth." Charlie, thank you, Zebaoth.
Oh.
Really serious.
He managed 23 games, won 11 of them, lost 10, drew 2. He had lost the dressing room. The players didn't trust him anymore. The results obviously weren't convincing anyone. Couldn't score goals as well. So obviously he's been fired before the FA Cup semi-final, a competition that many thought that he could save his job with.
Who are they facing?
They're facing Leeds in the
way things are going, the Leeds would have finished there. Oh, Charlie, so who is the coach now?
Callum McFarlane, who is the under-21 coach.
You know the original sin was sacking the Argentine guy?
Maresca.
Chelsea was playing very well. They won the World Cup. The thing is that he's disagreed with them. I mean, Charlie, that guy is a very good coach.
It's a very
Even Man City wants to hire him to replace Pep.
Yes,
he's a very good coach.
That's fine. I've had issues with a lot of the managerial decisions that the ownership have made, and also the sporting directors are trending because the fans say don't leave it at the coach, let them also go.
They make some heavy decisions
as well. So it's been a very tumultuous last few hours for Chelsea Football Club. Let's move on to a worrying situation in South Africa, where we've seen videos of Ghanaians apparently being targeted in xenophobic attacks by South African nationals. Obviously, xenophobia is a huge issue in South Africa. It's not always targeted at Ghanaians, but this time we are worried because our nationals are facing some attacks, or allegedly facing some attacks. The Foreign Affairs Minister, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, he's provided an update, says he's spoken to the Foreign Affairs Minister in South Africa to express his concern about the safety of the Ghanaians. So he has been informed that they've reached out, the South African authorities have reached out to the Ghanaian nationals and providing some support to them as well. So a worrying issue that we are still looking at, and we hope that our nationals are safe. Protected.
They've been asked not to go out today until after midday because there's a demonstration. And the head of the Ghanaian community in one of the towns says they should stay indoors, don't open your shops because they could be targeted. And I think he's been very proactive there.
Yes, okay. So we'll move on to a story that you stole my thunder with, the King of Kubala.
He's back in town.
He's back in town. He's arrived with news that his kingdom persists. It cannot be brought down.
His kingdom stretches from shore to shore.
Yes. that he's heading to Sunyani.
Hey,
I told you.
On the process, we go Sunyani.
So the man has spoken. Listen to him.
Oh, he actually spoke?
Yes, he spoke. So
to who?
Kofi.
Yes, exactly. To some of the bloggers.
Ghana media will find a way. Okay. So he gave a press conference.
Oh, we did a press conference, man.
So let's play that audio now.
Ghana is about to change. A new wave from the kingdom of Kubala. All the police are going to serve me. All the chiefs are going to bow before me. If you have a president, he has to come and kneel before me. Kubala, Kubala, Ilisu. I've come to take over Ghana.
You've come to take over Ghana how?
Because I'm the king of Kubala. Everywhere I land, I take dominion. When I establish my throne, so the time has come. Kubala, Kubala, Ilisu. You shall see from where the sun rises. Sunyani.
Kubala.
I do not know.
But somebody said he can do anything, but if he tries to get Queens here, slap him from the back.
So he gave a serious interview.
An interview on his arrival.
Are we taking him literally? Is he just creating fun, or should he be called for questioning? Because some of the things he's saying can be potentially
Jesus.
The fact that he had to be evicted from his base or his kingdom in Scotland shows that he's actually determined to establish some sort of place for himself where he can do his own things. In Ghana, obviously, it's not going to be easy for him to do that now that everyone's attention is on him. But, if we leave him be, he might gain enough popularity to
try it.
Yes.
I think the IGP should invite him for a conversation. Just to clarify some of the things he said in that voice clip. Yeah. Because, there's you agree, but sometimes I grow on the limit. I grow on the limit, meaning, Charlie, Prempe, see what you've done again.
Oh.
You just have to throw it in there.
When we are organizing a conversation about emergency health care,
no, he said that
government should pay you 1 million for Sofo line, and then you're giving us King Kubala. Prempe. Move to the next topic.
So let's go to tech news. Let's go to tech news where it seems robots.
No, they finished Prempe, Charlie. Prempe is not need to do violence.
He has been stunned into silence.
He's speechless.
No worries. I am moving to Kubala.
Okay, so in tech news, it seems robots are taking over the sports world as well. Earlier in the week, we saw Chinese developed robots win half marathon against humans. Yesterday, now we've seen robots win a ping pong or table tennis match against high level performers as well. So AI powered robots in sports is a big thing now. And
tomorrow the country is launching its AI strategy.
Yes.
So
I
saw one directing traffic.
Tap into it.
We are tapping into AI in some ways, but AI can be some way.
It can be, but we need to regulate how it is used in Ghana as soon as possible before it goes beyond the point where we can't manage it.
Second social media trends with Edwin Kwakofi.
Auntie T, abeg, fix me go betete Ghana. No gari, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no.
Problem no day. I fit handle am.
For Telecel, with the Bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you the want them. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel. Connecting energies.
Everybody is a winner in the Ungalicious Abiwa promo. Over 4 million worth of cash and prizes to be won. Just look out for the special Ungalicious promo packs. Submit 20 Unga powder promo sachets and 20 Unga shrimp tablets promo wrappers at any Unga redemption center near you and receive your scratch card. Scratch to review your unique code. Send to *713*27# and win instantly. Cash prizes up to 200,000 Ghana cedis. Deep freezers, smart TVs, kitchen appliances, and more. Promo runs from 15th April to 15th July 2026. Hurry, don't miss it. Terms and conditions apply. This advert is FDA approved.
Okay, I'll see you soon. Why, baby? Hey, my Mr. Enra, my boyfriend, I could see about *959# when the phone so. Now we're really
Anita, I don't doggy park.
Oh, one swap. I could see us answer by number one. I am more than now. And then there was so yummy show, Papa B. Mamma did toss some short, sexy dress, no. Now Mrs. Samiti, now me yummy nails, no. So come on. Oh, no. Me fa uba. Make her do some small 1-2 rounds. Me answer me doing her. Now we cheer. Hey, Nana so he for order. So Chinese any wine Papa B. And they mean this check no.
Hey, Anita.
Na sa ni mia when you hear TV bi no. Also say sound. No to prepared. Na me chilly esimu. I no go fit sweat like that. See fine girl.
Hey, Anita.
Jesus.
Baby I will do no jinawa. Mr. Remember, dial *959#. Oh, iPhone na pack to ma. No one can say nyosika so ati.
Sister, next time Kati call no what? Dial *959# and I call 590mobile.com.gh. Not to be 590 mobile. Down some.
You have dreams to achieve, a degree to chase, a visa to land, a career to build. The one thing standing between you and all of it? Your English proficiency test. Choose PTE, Pearson Test of English. Faster, results in 48 hours. Fairer, AI scored, no human bias. Simpler, book up to 24 hours in advance and choose a test center near you. Book your test now at www.pearsonpte.com. PTE, do it worry-free.
Prices will go sweet to your body. Plenty products, they and deals. Free a crack, see bimbila. Bribi wa homa obia. From appliances to clothes, beauty products, pay as you wish. Quality products guaranteed. If it matters to you, then it matters to us. Try Jumia today. Your pocket to thank you. Try Jumia today. Your pocket to thank you. Try Jumia today. Your pocket to thank you. Try Jumia today. Your pocket to thank you.
Yes, you're not alone. Your taps have not been running always. You've done everything, but there seems to be no way. You spend too much money buying water from other sources. Now listen, you're not alone this time around. The good news is, Priority Water Limited will pump purified and super clean water through your taps for drinking, cooking, and for other household needs. If you live in a gated community or within an estate, give them a call and you will be happy you did. Priority Water Limited will install water purification system in your community and supply everyone constant clean water throughout the year. Gated communities and high-rise apartments can now enjoy super clean water every day. Give them a call at 0200608404 or 0202185445. Priority Water Limited. We live on water.
When the sirens are loud, but the beds are full, what happens next? Join the conversation Ghana cannot afford to ignore. The Presec Old Boys Association presents Conversations Under the Baobab Tree 3.0, an Odadie National Dialogue. Theme: The No Bed Syndrome in Ghana, Improving Emergency Healthcare. Chaired by Odadie Dr. Ernest Oforisapo, Alumni Global President, with a keynote by Odadie Dr. Opokuwari Ampuma, former CEO, Kolebu Teaching Hospital, featuring a distinguished panel: Odadie Dr. Okoboy, former Minister of Health; Odadie Dr. Kwame Enimbuama, former CEO, University of Ghana Medical Center; Odadie Professor Dr. Ernest York, President, Ghana Medical Association; Odadie Dr. Samuel Nyama, Executive Director, Public Health Alliance International Ghana; Dr. Kwame Ekremet, Emergency Medicine Physician, UGMC; Mrs. Faustina Excel Adepa, Representative, Ghana Nurses Association. Moderated by Odadie Bernard Avle. Channel 1 TV. From policy to practice. Expect bold insights, hard truths, and real solutions. happens because in emergencies, delays cost lives. The date, 30th April. The time, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. The venue, Palms by Eagle, formerly Holiday Inn Airport. This is more than a dialogue. It's a call to act. Conversations under the Baobab Tree 3.0. An Odadia dialogue. In thy light, we shall see light. Media partners, Channel 1 TV and Citi FM.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
If you are sick, maybe you know you're feeling poor. You should know you better walk. No, what's the essence of life? So you should know you better walk. You better know what I'm poor. So what can come up? Now I got some be mamati. Obila no kula be nyampo. Obila no kula be jaipo. Obila no kula be nyampo. Obila no kula be jaipo.
Time check is 8:15 on the Citi Breakfast Show. Please, if you have answers to the question the listener asked, I think about 8 or 7 questions, I'm not really sure. We'll be bringing you some attempted answers very shortly. Before we do those, Caleb.
This June, don't just watch the World Cup, live it. With over a decade as an official FIFA sales agent, Much Experience Hospitality brings you premium access to football's biggest stage with VIP seating, exclusive lounges, gourmet dining, and priority entry. No stress, no hassle. It's pure football luxury. So upgrade now. For enquiries, call 055-155-1119. Visit matchexp.hospitality.com or walk into any ABSA Bank branch. The 2026 World Cup experience is brought to you by Much Experience Hospitality, ABSA Bank as the official banking partner, and Glyco as official travel insurance partner. Much Experience Hospitality. Don't just watch the game, live it. Now everyone is a winner in the Ongalicious Abingwaha promo. Over 4 million Ghana cedis worth of cash and prizes to be won. Just look out for the special Ongalicious promo packs. Submit 20 Onga powder promo sachets and 20 Onga shrimp tablet promo wrappers at any Onga redemption center near you and receive your scratch card. You will scratch to review your unique code. Then you send it to star 713 star 27 hash and then you win instantly. Cash prizes are up to 200,000 Ghana cedis. There are deep freezers, smart TVs, kitchen appliances, all up for grabs. Promo runs from 15th April to 15th of July. So rush now. This advert is FDA approved. Now, for all who are dreaming of studying abroad or taking the IELTS test, IDP Education has counseling application support services that are completely free, help you save your finances while you secure genuine opportunities abroad. Your journey begins with us. IDP offers expert free support for study abroad applications to the UK, US, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and Canada. We help thousands of students achieve their international dreams, and you could be next. So visit us at Osu Akweje and in Adum Nsuase Kumasi. Call us 0202 566614 054 233 1052. Book your IELTS test today. Speak to our counselors and take the first step toward your future abroad.
All right, so we are going to try and see if we can answer those questions. Carla, do you remember the questions my listener asked?
She's asking whether we have a sanitation minister and what the benchmarks for that office is. And she's asking whether the sanitation situation in our cities have improved since that happened, because she's been wondering whether or not she's the one who is not seeing what is happening. She mentioned some locations, and because of the bad sanitation situation there, she feels those are examples or case studies of how the sanitation situation has been deteriorating, and she's seeking answers to who pays. No, let me see.
You know what? Let me listen to the questions.
Okay, sure.
The way you are doing that, I don't like.
Oh, you don't like it? It says
no, please. No, play the questions.
Okay, fine. Whether the person gets paid.
Write the questions down properly.
Okay, sure.
So when she asks one,
question one,
then you write.
Compulsory question.
Don't paraphrase it.
No problem.
So play the question again.
Okay.
I'll ask this question again. Is there a minister of sanitation? What is his job exactly? His or her job? Is there a job description? Who tells whether the job is being done or not? Is the person being paid? And if he's being paid, what is the person being paid for? I've asked you several times. Of course, when I'm driving to work, I can listen to you. When I get to work, I can't. So I don't know whether these specific questions have been answered. What is the Minister of Sanitation being paid for? What are the deliverables? What are they being paid for? Well, as I said, maybe I'm in the village part of Accra, west part of Accra, which is a different ballgame. Maybe east cantonments and all those other places, maybe it's better. But Kolewood and Soman, Jamestown, Osu, I don't know. Is it part of Accra Circle? Accra, Makola. Street lights, they don't work. But you deal with sanitation for me. Sanitation. What is Kole Beach? Oh my God. Please help me out. I beg you. Help me. What is the Minister of Sanitation being paid for every month? What are they ticking? What boxes? What are the KPIs? And what salary is the person being paid for? Please, I need to hear from you. Thank you. Do not ignore. I need to hear, because I need to rest assured that maybe the person is working. I'm just not seeing. If I were doing a sloppy job, I'm sure everybody will hear about it. If you were doing a sloppy job, I'm sure they will. So, well, I don't know what we are marking. Thank you.
All right. So, possible answers. Minister for Local Government. That's A.
Should I go over the question?
No.
Oh, you're okay now.
We've all heard it now.
Okay, sure.
Thank you. B. Regional Ministers. C. MMDCEs.
Job description. Okay.
D. None of the above. E. All of the above. Can you repeat the possible answers? A.
Okay. Regional Minister.
Local Government Minister. Concentrate.
Okay.
Local Government Minister. B. Regional Ministers.
Yeah.
C. MMDCEs.
Yeah.
E. None of the D. None of the above.
Yeah.
D. None of the above. Then E. All of the above. You understand the answer?
Yeah. So you have.
So this is to the question: who is in charge of sanitation? Right. A. Local Government Minister. B. Regional Ministers. C. MMDCEs. D.
None of the above.
E. All of the above. Should I make it interesting?
Yes.
F. Some of the above.
Some of the above. Or not sure.
So Fred, I need you here. I need my producer to help me.
Right.
Let's start off with what. So you can choose your answer.
Okay,
but let me play what the Greater Accra Regional Minister said.
Right.
Yesterday or 2 days ago, I heard the Minister for Local Government also talking to MMDCs and telling them that they should do something about sanitation. They please find that voice for me. Then also find the man in charge of. I'll get him for you. So let's hear the Greater Accra Regional Minister speaking at the 2026 meeting of the Regional Coordinating Council. This is yesterday.
Yeah.
She was speaking to them generally about stuff they were doing after she launched the 24-hour Clean Ga East program. Okay. 24-hour Clean Ga East program. So this is Linda Okulu speaking about sanitation in Accra.
Honorable members, I must admit that the sanitation situation in the region has improved appreciably. Kudos to all the MMDCs. Mayor is doing so well. Some of the MMDCs, but some are also relaxed. So please, those who are relaxed, don't forget that very soon, Honorable Ahmed will come out with 8 findings. But you are doing so well. Please continue. I would therefore like to use this opportunity to highly commend management and staff of GAIS Municipal Assembly on the institution of the 24-hour clean GAIS program. This initiative strongly complements government's broader sanitation agenda and reflects the kind of local innovation and commitment required to sustain a clean and healthier environment. I therefore wish to encourage other metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies to emulate this commendable example and adopt similar initiatives that fit their local needs so that together we can improve sanitation across the region. Street lights. Honorable members, the lighting of principal streets and
So that was the Greater Accra Regional Minister speaking at the launch of the 24-hour Clean GAIS program. Sounds like an interesting program. She says sanitation in Accra has improved appreciably.
Yeah.
All right. So do you believe this to be true? Look, honestly, I don't want to give an answer. So I want to ask those of you who live in the city listening to me. Has sanitation improved? So let's give ourselves a year. We are in April. So if you take April last year to now, or March last year to now, sanitation improved in Accra or in the part of Accra that you live. Let's listen to the minister again so that we don't misconstrue her. She was talking about the launch of the 24-hour Clean GAIS, but she said sanitation in Accra has improved appreciably. Please play it again.
Honorable members, I must admit that the sanitation situation in the region has improved appreciably. Kudos to all the MMDCs. Mayor is doing so well. Some of the MMDC, but some are also relaxed. So please, those who are relaxed, don't forget that very soon, Honorable Ahmed will come out with 8 findings. But you are doing so well. Please continue. I would therefore like to use this opportunity to highly commend management and staff of GAIS Municipal Assembly on the institution of the 24-hour clean GAIS program. This initiative strongly complements government's broader sanitation agenda and reflects the kind of local innovation and commitment required to sustain a clean and healthier environment. I therefore wish to encourage other metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies to emulate this commendable example and adopt similar initiatives that fit their local needs so that together we can improve sanitation across the region. Street lights. Honorable members, the lighting of principal streets and
So that was the Greater Accra Regional Minister. I think the local government minister has also been speaking about it. Have you found the audio for me? All right. And interestingly, in her answer, in her comment, she also referenced the local government minister, who she says is going to bring up some report.
Right. Yes.
So apparently, there's some sort of assessment of MMDs on their performance. So let me repeat the questions.
Okay.
Who is in charge of sanitation?
Is there a minister?
Is there a minister of sanitation?
Yeah.
What is their job exactly?
What is his job description?
What is their job description?
Yeah.
Who tells if they have done their job?
Benchmark.
Is that person being paid?
Salary.
If the person is being paid, what are they being paid for?
Mm-hmm.
And what is the deliverables for the person in charge of sanitation? So those are the 7 questions the listener asked.
Yeah.
My question to listeners is, do you see an improvement in sanitation in the capital? If you are listening in the capital, send me a WhatsApp message 053-998-6996. The answers I suggested for who is in charge of sanitation: A, local government minister. B,
regional ministers.
C,
MMDCs.
D,
none of the above.
E,
all of the above.
Which one will you choose?
F, some of the above. You added
yes.
some of
So which one is your answer?
All of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
When you start doing all of the above, then everybody can point fingers. Because somebody said everybody thought somebody would do a job that was to have been done by something, and nobody did something. Yeah. So if you if you are not clear who is supposed to do the job, so if I push you,
no, the arrowhead will be the local government minister, right?
You believe so?
And then under them, so local government minister, you have regional ministers have MMDC. So there's a supervisory. She asked a question about who does supervision, right? So if we go to cabinet, who is going to report to the president about the sanitation situation? Of course, it will be the local government minister. Now, when the local government minister comes to the regions, they are going to then also report to him on what they are done.
So local government is the first.
Exactly.
Regional
ministers, then the MMDCs, and they too have their sanitation officers.
Is that the order? So should the local government minister be the one answering these questions, in charge of sanitation?
Oh yes.
You think so?
Yeah.
Then the ministry is very broad, because the urban transport too, it says local government minister. And there are a number of things as well.
Other chieftaincy and religious things.
Then the post is very big.
Too big.
So do you agree with the regional minister when she says sanitation in Accra has improved?
Okay, now can I come?
Oh, you are inside.
So February last year, the minister, when he met his staff, I think it was around the first time since February 2025. That'll be very early, right?
Very, very early.
Yes. The Minister for Local, I'm reading from their website, the Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, has emphasized that sanitation challenges in the country are fundamentally governance and institutional issues. According to him, addressing these challenges requires the development of a structured monitoring framework that aligns with efficient service delivery, facilitated through interinstitutional collaboration among all stakeholders in waste management. So I'm reading this because it gives us a bit of an idea into what he thinks.
Read it again.
Read
it again. I want to pay attention.
He said the Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, has emphasized that sanitation challenges in the country are fundamentally governance and institutional issues.
Governance and institutional issues.
Okay. According to him, addressing these challenges requires the development of a structured monitoring framework that aligns with efficient service delivery, facilitated through interinstitutional collaboration among all stakeholders in waste management. Okay. So based on this, I'm assuming this is how he contemplates the problem of sanitation, or he contemplates finding problems to the sanitation issues we have. So I ask myself, over a year after being in the job, what has been the contribution of the ministry to
the things
the governance and institutional issues? What has it done with the framework that is supposed to monitor and push for efficient service delivery, interinstitutional collaboration, etc.? And that, I guess, will lead us to the ministries, the regional ministries, and then seep down to the MMD ACE as well. I wish I could say I am challenging the regional minister on her assertion that the sanitation issue has improved. I don't know what she's measuring. I don't know what she's measuring with. She's
the KPIs are not clear
to which you, is so you can't. The question that your listener was also asking. What are the KPIs? So if the regional minister, in her estimation, based on what she sees from her office, feels that the sanitation problem has improved, she perhaps needs to be specific about
give us
it.
Some more detail.
Because on the other side, I don't think it has improved personally. But she will also ask me, based on what? If I go and say because I saw refuse in front of the AMA office, she'll tell me, well, that is you seeing just one.
That's anecdotal.
So she might need to be a bit more specific.
So she made the assertion.
Yes.
So she has to back it up.
Back it up. Because from what your listener has said and what other listeners have said, the city is very filthy. But she feels that they are improving the situation.
Yeah, I told you somebody went to La Paz and said the part he saw was okay. So is it the time they go? Is it where we are looking at? So which is why, but should we even make this rocket science? If a city is clean, people will know.
Yes, it's not something you can hide. It's not something you can hide. And
so let's look at this way. So let's try a rubric. So for example, there are public spaces like lorry parks, all right, where we can measure. Then there's also home collection of refuse. Then there's also like refuse disposal.
Yes.
So when you look at refuse disposal, there are issues with landfill sites.
which have been cyclical issues. So we can measure are the landfill sites working, then we can look at issues at the lorry parks, the main lorry parks, what time the refuse get collected, how long does refuse stay in our markets. Okay, then of course the effect of good sanitation is when it rains, there's less flooding. So you can also test whether as the rains come, so we will know. It's going to start raining soon in more regular ways. It's not started raining Accra. It's raining a lot in the peri-urban. When Accra starts getting rains, we will see whether sanitation, because if sanitation has improved, somehow the water will flow. But I think there are things like the Kole area which need work, the Odo which need dredging. So those ones you can say there are long-term issues that have to be dealt with. But whether, for example, the eyesore of refuse piling up everywhere that we see, has it gone down? Listeners have to tell us.
Yes.
I don't know.
Kill him.
Okay, so Bernard, I'm coming in from this angle. So my Joy Online reports some time back that the president said cleanliness will determine whether you stay in office or are sacked. So far, our MMDCs, since they were appointed, they have stayed in office. That means that the appointing authority feels that the city is clean, or the job they've been given, they are doing it. If I'm reading it like that,
the review has not been done, because
the review has not been done.
The minister said very soon the local government minister will come up with, so which means that there's a time for that reckoning.
Correct.
So maybe that time has not come yet.
Correct. And then the other point also is that our leaders are judging they want us to mark them by their efforts and not the results. Because this is not the first time I'm hearing someone say that sanitation situation has improved in our city. Okay, so perhaps they feel that they have been doing some monthly cleanup exercises that were not done in the past. So as a result of the efforts they have been putting into getting the city clean, then the understanding is that our cities are cleaner today than it was yesterday. But per what Godfred said, we need sustained improvement, because efforts without results doesn't show work done. The evidence of work done is not effort. It is results. So it is okay, you have done a cleanup today, but if you desilt gutters and then the whatever it is, what kind of thing, you leave the waste by the shoulders of the road, yes, you have done some cleanup, but when it rains, everything will go back into the drain. So when it comes to structural systems that will ensure that the society is cleaner, people know where to put their refuse, and that refuse is collected in time, and when they are disposing of that refuse, it's segregated such that when we segregate and we collect the segregated waste, then we recycle them, and so that these things don't end up in the oceans. That has not been done, or I am yet to see that.
Okay.
Plus, when you move around to wherever there is so I have a visually impaired friend. We move to campus here and there. There's a particular spot in Accra. Anywhere we get to, she doesn't see clearly. But when we get there, she knows that is where because a whole bone. The place stinks.
And she knows the type of scent it
is. Do you understand? So the parts of Accra that stink, they still stink. The parts of Accra that are not green, they are still not green. The parts of Accra that are filthy, you'll be driving around and there is an aboboya that has refuse, and the litter is just dropping all over the place. Nothing is happening. So structurally, I don't see a change.
Sanitation and waste management in Accra, you don't think has improved?
There might have been efforts, but the results don't commensurate the efforts.
If a listener knows or can come up with a standard of measurement, I'll be very happy to hear him. Let's read a few comments on this.
Okay,
Godfred,
let me read for you.
Here are some comments on whether sanitation has improved. And it's not just an Accra issue, by the way. If you're listening in Kumasi or wherever, please let us know. Has sanitation and waste management improved in the past 1 year?
Okay, this is guys, take the sanitation matter serious. My refuse has not been disposed of for 2 weeks now, although I've paid with receipts from January all through to June of this year. Gan West Municipal Assembly are not doing anything about it. Ganubi from Kuntunse.
Only we are not in June yet.
The regional minister is the problem. Where in the region has sanitation improved? She should pass by Ekpo, the filthiest town in Ghana, where in every 10 households, 9 have a garbage dump. When you do your best to keep your space clean, some unruly residents make all your efforts useless. We are because the MC is asleep. Kofi Akpum, very upset this morning. Good morning, Citi.
Morning.
Thanks for the good job. Please, the minister, has she been out to see Accra properly, or she's just in her office? Please, the whole of Accra smells. She should come out of her office. Nadabraka.
Okay.
Sanitation is definitely worse. Piles of rubbish here in open places at Medina. poor air quality because there's always smoke everywhere, stench from gutters and smoking from the slums. Accra will never be neat if it's not planned well, and everyone just starts a business anywhere on the roads. I think it is not just governors. Individuals are now helping matters with the littering.
Okay.
I strongly disagree with the regional minister. Her statements are incorrect. During the day in Accra, you see large amounts of rubbish piled along the roadside. Roland Van Spoon. The Greater Accra regional minister is not doing well. Sanitation in Greater Accra has not improved, and she even has the confidence to talk about street lights. From Tetekwashi roundabout all the way to Adan, no street lights are working. This is Nene in Community 25. Nene, I edited your message a bit, so forgive me. Boating from Amasaman, the gutter stretching right in front of the Amasaman Zonal Council is the perfect definition of a local assembly that is not prepared to address sanitation. If you cannot manage what is directly at your own doorstep, how are you managing our streets, our markets, and our schools? This is Boating from Amasaman, and this is true.
We seem to have stirred the hornet's nest. A lot of people are saying things about
because if you look at the locations where municipal offices are,
that's a sample for sanitation.
Sanitation. Some of the places are, those areas are amongst the filthiest places you will find.
Seriously.
I don't want to use AMA because AMA is right in the middle of basically one of the busiest parts of town. So there's a constant generation of filth around it. But the other places I have seen, anyway.
More comments. 0539986996.
I think the local government minister should be in charge of sanitation in the country. He is. And to the minister's assertion that sanitation has improved, as a ride-hailing driver who drives around the city, I think I agree with the minister. Largely, sanitation has improved, but we need improvement. Well, for J, inside Akwiteman, where most of our roads have been asphalted. Good morning, Bernard.
Morning.
I trust you and the guys are doing well.
Yes.
With this issue of sanitation, I just took a picture at the median between First Atlantic Bank and the museum around City Campus. This shouldn't be permitted, and someone should be held responsible. Why are we paying people? Bernard and team, good morning.
Morning.
Please, all of the above for your question. We can't leave any level out. Please, I think they should not be paid for 3 months until the country is clean. And the regional ministers, DCs, and all duty bearers. It saddens me to hear the Greater Accra regional minister of all people referred to by the president as the demolition woman make that assertion that sanitation has improved. It's a very wrong point. Go to Makwala, Circle, Kaneshi. It's all very bad. I'll bring a city report to you soon. The stench around Graphic Road and Kaneshi is bad. This is Liz from Nungwa. Efokoku, Accra is smelling. AMA itself smells. CBD is dirty and smelling. Spintex smells. Efokoku from Spintex.
My namesake.
No, bro.
Hi guys, I'm listening. I'm listening to you this morning.
Yes, please.
I share the frustration of the lady who's asking questions about sanitation and the person or persons in charge. In my opinion, we don't need a specific minister for sanitation. Sanitation is the responsibility of the MMDCs. They are the ones failing this country. They don't do anything. We often use the AK as an example. The local authorities, that's the councils, are the ones responsible for keeping the local areas clean. I have recently retired to Ghana after 30 years in the UK. The sanitation issue is depressing.
Bernard, so here's a quick definition of what sanitation is, right? It's got to do with the provision of facilities and services for the safe management and disposal of human waste, that's urine and feces, and wastewater, alongside maintaining hygiene to protect public health. So we're talking about protecting public health. We are talking about provision of facilities and services for the safe management and disposal of human waste and wastewater, alongside maintaining hygiene to protect public health. And I think the people in Tema, for example, can give us a better answer to. I'd like to know from the people of Tema, because I know for a long time the central sewage system there has been broken down.
All right. Please read what the local government minister said in February last year again, because he held government accountability series this past few days, and he touched on sanitation very briefly in the part we heard. We are going to air that part for you. But Godfrey, you read something about governance something.
Yeah.
I want you to read
from the regional minister.
Yes.
No, from the local government minister.
Sustained improvement.
The Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, has emphasized that sanitation challenges in the country are fundamentally governance and institutional issues. According to him, addressing these challenges requires the development of a structured monitoring framework that aligns with efficient service delivery, facilitated through interinstitutional collaboration among all stakeholders in waste management.
All right, let's hear what he said at the Meet the Press, and then I will bring you an angle which appears to agree with the minister on the governance issues. But here's the minister speaking at the Government Accountability Series.
On the environmental health and sanitation, the minister successfully launched the National Sanitation Day. The National Sanitation Day, some MMDCs have relaxed. You had your appointment letters from June. This June, you'll be 1 year in office, legally. So make sure you justify your inclusion. A word to the wise is enough. A call center for sanitation activities has also been provided, and motorbikes have been procured and branded to support national sanitation exercise in Greater Accra. So we are going to work 24/7. Motorbikes have been bought, youth have been recruited. They are going to be, the motorbikes have been branded, so they'll be patrolling all your principal and ceremonial streets, and that is going to be your assessment. There are dedicated lines which are soon to be launched. I don't want to announce them because today's own is accountability. Dedicated lines have also been provided, which will be made public. So when you see the sanitation ambassadors on the motorbikes and you see the dedicated line and there's a call center, once you see any filthy area, you call to the call center and that one will be registered on our map. That's how we are assessing them. So if the videos are there and they say, Medina, this place is filthy, it's not like my interest is going to be human factor is going to be taken out. So you see your mass and you see the poor nature of the sanitation in your area. So you yourself, it's your English that attack you, not me.
Very interesting. Let's hear him again. I like this. He's talking at the Government Accountability Series, and this is what he said on sanitation. Take note of the date. He said you were appointed in June, so June 2026 is your review. Right. Then he's spoken about what they've invested to try and improve sanitation. Let's hear him again.
On the environmental health and sanitation, the minister successfully launched the National Sanitation Day. The National Sanitation Day, some MMDCs have relaxed. You had your appointment letters from June. This June, you'll be 1 year in office, legally. So make sure you justify your inclusion. A word to the wise is enough. A call center for sanitation activities has also been provided, and motorbikes have been procured and branded to support national sanitation exercise in Greater Accra. So we are going to work 24/7. Motorbikes have been bought, youth have been recruited. They are going to be, the motorbikes have been branded, so they'll be patrolling all your principal and ceremonial streets, and that is going to be your assessment. There are dedicated lines which are soon to be launched. I don't want to announce them because today's own is accountability. Dedicated lines have also been provided, which will be made public. So when you see the sanitation ambassadors on the motorbikes and you see the dedicated line and there's a call center, once you see any filthy area, you call to the call center and that one will be registered on our map. That's how we are assessing them. So if the videos are there and they say, Medina, this place is filthy, it's not like my interest is going to be human factor is going to be taken out. So you see your mass and you see the poor nature of the sanitation in your area. So you yourself, it's your English that attack you, not me.
He was addressing the Government Accountability Series, so there were journalists there. He was speaking to, but I think there were some MNDCs there because
play it again.
You want to hear it again?
Play it again
for the last
because
time.
I have problems.
Okay, all right. Last one.
On the environmental health and sanitation, the minister successfully launched the National Sanitation Day. The National Sanitation Day, some MMDCs have relaxed. You had your appointment letters from June. This June, you'll be 1 year in office, legally. So make sure you justify your inclusion. A word to the wise is enough. A call center for sanitation activities has also been provided, and motorbikes have been procured and branded to support national sanitation exercise in Greater Accra. So we are going to work 24/7. Motorbikes have been bought, youth have been recruited. They are going to be, the motorbikes have been branded, so they'll be patrolling all your principal and ceremonial streets, and that is going to be your assessment. There are dedicated lines which are soon to be launched. I don't want to announce them because today's own is accountability. Dedicated lines have also been provided, which will be made public. So when you see the sanitation ambassadors on the motorbikes and you see the dedicated line and there's a call center, once you see any filthy area, you call to the call center and that one will be registered on our map. That's how we are assessing them. So if the videos are there and they say, Medina, this place is filthy, it's not like my interest is going to be human factor is going to be taken out. So you see your mass and you see the poor nature of the sanitation in your area. So you yourself, it's your English that has sacked you, not me.
So that was Ahmed Ibrahim speaking at the Government Accountability Series a few days ago.
Yeah.
What I gleaned, National Sanitation Day has been restored.
Yeah.
MMDCs will be assessed and reviewed in June for 1 year in work. Call center has been put in place. Motorbikes procured and young people will be made to, I don't know if they are patrolling for sanitation or whether they are collecting the refuse, but some sort of monitoring mechanism thing. You don't seem clear in your mind.
Ambassadors.
Fernand,
you are not sure. It matter,
Charlie. It's not sophisticated enough. If I read
what you just read,
what I just read, and how he contemplates the problem, and the solution some of the solutions that he's proffering there.
It's an imbalance. Because read what you read.
We're social studies, kakra.
Read what you read there. Because that was very governance something.
It says this is February 1, 2025.
Mm-hmm.
This is him meeting the SWAL staff, the staff of the SWAL Ministry of Sanitation and Water Resources.
Yeah.
As well as officials from the Korle Klote and Accra Metro assemblies.
Mm-hmm.
And their meeting was to review sanitation successes and challenges within their jurisdictions and to chart a sustainable path forward. The Minister for Local Government and Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Honorable Ahmed Ibrahim, has emphasized that sanitation challenges in the country are fundamentally governance and institutional issues. According to him, addressing these challenges requires the development of a structured monitoring framework. Maybe that's what the motorbikes are for. That aligns with efficient service delivery facilitated through inter-institutional collaboration among all stakeholders in waste management.
That seems very detailed and serious.
Yeah. And so I'm not convinced.
You are not convinced?
Yeah, I'm not convinced. That's all I'll say.
Non-performing MMDCs will be dismissed. So there's even a contradiction. The minister initially said non-performing, and Akon, please come and clarify this for me. Non-conforming MMDCs will be dismissed by March.
Who's dismissing them?
So Akon, you brought the story, so you can read it for me. So as Akon shared the story that the minister said, I'm coming, because now he's saying June.
Okay.
You see, so Akon, initially he said March, right?
Yes, initially he said March, and the story, the graphic online, non-performing MMDCs to be dismissed by March 2026. That is from the local government minister. The story was written by Biya Wukasa Ali, dated February 5th, 2026.
Good.
The Minister of Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Ahmed Ibrahim, has warned metropolitan, municipal and district chief executives that those who fail to perform effectively will be dismissed by March 31, 2026. He said the government will not tolerate poor performance and lackadaisical attitudes among appointees, stressing that MMDCs were expected to prioritize the implementation of government policies and programs at the district level. Mr. Ibrahim, who was speaking during a familiarization visit to Bono Regional House of Chiefs in Sungai last Monday, said policies such as the 24-hour economy were designed to drive national development and improve the living standards of the people. He urged the MMDCs to pay critical attention to sanitation and invest in key infrastructure projects, including community-based health planning and services compounds, school blocks, and agricultural initiatives. Now to the warning. Mr. Ibrahim, who is also the National Democratic Congress Member of Parliament for Banda, cautioned MMDCs against being armchair chief executives and urged them to be proactive in the discharge of their responsibilities. Quote, Don't always sit in your office. If you are an MMDCE and you fail to do your work well, by March 31, 2026, you'll be sacked, he said.
Go on.
He explained that the dismissal would be based on performance assessment of the Social Accountability Committee, SAC, including reports from the Government Accountability Committee. Mr. Ibrahim said President John Dramani Mahama had also warned ministers and other appointees against poor attitude towards work. He said all government officials were working tirelessly to deliver on the government mandate. Quote, all the 60 ministers are working 24/7. The president himself hardly sleeps. We were given the mandate to work. As an MMDCE, are you implementing government policies? He asked. Now on the funding. On funding, the minister said the government had released the entire 2025 District Assembly Common Fund to the assemblies, explaining that MMDCEs therefore had no justification to complain about inadequate funds. He added that the government had also paid the 3% allocation for persons with disabilities and announced that the allocation will be increased to 5% this year.
So he seems to be saying the right things to the MMDCs. The only problem is that initially he said March, now he's saying June.
Yeah.
So we don't know whether he's been told that he should be given a year.
But I listened to the audio you played. He's now setting in place a marking scheme
to monitor and then rank.
From last year, June, to today, how are they being marked?
I don't know.
Because they are now setting up the call centers. And the motors that are going to add to air pollution have been bought. We already have poor air quality. So I don't know how that is happening, but they've bought more motorbikes to add the poor air quality to do the motor. So what would be the basis of that? I think there should be a clearer of this. And I always thought that the district league table provided
was a good one,
a good indication of this, but because it doesn't come out yearly, it comes out sometimes every 2 years or every 3 years. The last one I saw, I think, was for 2023. I haven't seen one for 2024. I haven't seen one for 2025. It takes quite a bit of time to put all those things together. But I think it would have been, and that's run by the National Development Planning Commission.
I think they have some.
They have clear-cut parameters for the measurement of a working MMDC. So they have 8 categories that they will measure you by. Under the 8, there are a further sub-18. So those ones are clear-cut. So if you fail the NDPC's measurement,
you have failed.
Then you should fail.
Okay. I'm going to take a break. When I come back, we will hear from the head of Climate Action, Sustainability and Partnership at the Ministry of Local Government, Rural Development and Chieftains. It's called Engineer Godfred Buedi.
Okay.
I moderated a panel in February where ISE was discussing sanitation. They had done a report on investment in sanitation, and he described the current sanitation situation in Ghana as unfortunate, and that the absence of a central supervisory body leaves the sector fragmented and accountability free. Meanwhile, there are lots of comments about whether sanitation has improved or not. Caleb, we'll read that when we come back. We'll be back right after this. We want you to tell us whether you believe sanitation has improved or deteriorated. This is the City Breakfast Show. Don't go away.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation. The City Breakfast Show. Rise above the noise.
Hey, so what goes into building quality structures? I mean, literally, what goes into it? Wujaf, you don't want to be sitting here somewhere worrying whether or not you did a really good job. It'd be a very simple equation. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, massa, forget it. Don't start cry. Menye, diamond cement has been providing builders, block makers, and construction companies that peace of mind for years. Diamond cement is 42.5 R grade cement. Unbeatable quality made right here in Ghana. And because we have your pocket in mind, we provide 32.5 R grade so that everybody getting on. No long talk, Jack. If there's no diamond cement in the mix, don't start. Locate Diamond Cement Ghana Limited nationwide with factories in Aflao, Takrade, and Buipe, or call 0244-313-368 or 0540-111-978 or 0202-021-175. Diamond Cement, still as hard as a diamond.
Hey, El Chamano, I agree to.
I make you. Salary
carry them pay last week. This week, no, it finished. How?
But don't you have GCB mobile app? Just request a salary advance. You will get it in 30 seconds.
Gosh, it just dropped like it's hot.
Get up to 80% of your salary anytime with a GCB mobile app at the lowest interest rates. Switch to a GCB salary account now and payday can be any day. Download the GCB mobile app on Google Play, App Store, or Huawei App Gallery. T's and C's apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Protect yourself from germs and bacteria with confidence. Cleanse hand soap effectively kills 99.9% of germs with every use. Perfect for all your hand washing moments throughout the day. Available in a variety of variants and delightful flavors. Choose Cleanse for yourself, your family, and friends. Make Cleanse your daily essential. The GC brand. It's all about you. This advert is FDA approved.
That's clean soap.
Are you planning to relocate from your company, office, or house, whether across cities to another town or halfway around the country? You want a moving company you can depend on to get you there? Let me introduce you to Logistics Movers. We are here to help you every step of the way, from planning the move to unpacking the last box and settling into your office or home. We have the expertise, experience, and market understanding and offer fast, reliable, and professional transportation services in Ghana. Our main thrust is to successfully move your business, household items safely, on time, and hassle-free. You can call us on 0246 833 539 or 0244 342 465. You can also send us an email to info@logisticsmovers.com or check our website www.logisticsmovers.com. Why expose your company or household items to theft or damages when you are relocating if it's avoidable? Logistics Movers, we help you relocate.
Join the conversation on the Citi Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/Citi97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/Citi973, and Instagram at instagram.com/Citi973 with the hashtag CitiCBS.
You're gonna walk the talk and talk the walk. You're gonna walk the talk and talk the walk. You're gonna walk the talk and talk. My brothers and my sisters. You're gonna walk the talk and talk the walk. You're gonna walk the talk and talk the walk. You're gonna walk the talk. Can I get a witness? Be mindful of the stones you throw. They go around, come around, back at you.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio.
A word you speak is promise you vow to keep. As you sow, so shall you reap. Go now, have your little fun, for nothing is hidden under the sun. Let your yeah be yeah. Oh my, what you conceal is the very thing that easily reveal. Let you know be no. You're gonna walk the talk and talk the walk. You're gonna walk the talk and talk the walk. You're gonna walk the talk and talk. My brothers and my sisters. You're gonna walk the talk and talk the walk. You're gonna walk the talk and talk the walk. You're gonna walk the talk. Can I get a witness? satisfy high society. Hold on, take a step back. How much gold will satisfy a soul?
Welcome back. It's 9:04, and we have loads of your comments on this particular conversation. 0539986996. That's where you can share your comments with us on WhatsApp. 0539986996. So let me just get into some of the comments
for you. So Larry says, if you want to measure sanitation, just check opposite the Flagstaff house. Okay. Steven says, good morning. The issue of sanitation is a collective effort by all individuals.
Yeah.
Just keep your environment clean. That's all. People just throw rubbish everywhere at any time in this country.
Yeah.
Sanitation is an attitude problem.
It is.
Someone says, I think the regional minister drives too fast through the region to even notice the filth.
Oh my God.
mostly at Bush Road, says, clearly the minister has just driven from her estate through cantonments to Laboni to office. All these places are clean, but regular Accra is dirty and smells. Bernard and team, the Greater Accra Regional Minister referring to the same. Is the minister referring to the same Accra we are all in? Accra stinks. If until now we cannot segregate our waste as source, we can't be making much progress. Was she also talking about street lights? Principal streets don't include from Adabraka through Circle to Achimota and Pokwase. This minister is lucky we are not asking for her to be kicked out of office. This is a very upset Mimi.
Mimi, take it easy.
The only deliberate effort in sanitation is what we see the bus stop boys do. No government policy on sanitation has ever worked. Unfortunately, the bus stop boys don't have the capacity to be everywhere in the country. A country taking tourism more seriously than sanitation. Good morning. The issue of sanitation is clear. We will see and feel real improvements only when it's properly addressed. Using Nkrumah Circle as a benchmark, it's obvious that those responsible and those accountable are not working, yet they continue to be paid for doing nothing. This same problem exists across most ministries, especially in local government and among regional ministers. Beyond sanitation, street lights, traffic lights, water and pollution are getting worse every day. These are exactly the areas where a 24-hour economy initiative should start. But so far, we see nothing. Max from Adenta.
Max is not happy.
What happened to traders selling on pavements? Marfo from Adabraka. Good morning. Ghana has had a sanitation system that worked for us, but we scrapped it. Town council, bring them back. Ghana lacks maintenance culture. Need Daniel from New Legon. Which part of Accra is New Legon?
New Legon, it's after Adenta there.
Yesterday too, I saw East Legon Extension. Which one is East Legon Extension?
You must join yourself to East Legon to get value for the
East Legon Extension. Not tear you.
No, but the New Legon, the way their roads are good. In inverted commerce.
Okay.
Your car go break.
New Legon. Problem in this country is we are reactive, not proactive. Why should there be a call center in the first place if the right things are being done? If we don't change our attitude, not much will be achieved in this fight against sanitation.
But Godfrey, that brings me to those cameras that we set up, so that they could in real time, monitor places and punish people,
especially where people just go and dump anything.
Exactly. Then you catch them in real time, find them, and get them to clean. I don't know. We want to use motorbikes to chase people.
Let's see. Governor from Smith says, "What happened to the What happens to the district league table developed by the NDPC and UNICEF? They did not have clean metrics or scores assessing areas like sanitation, etc. It did, which is what I was outlining. It has clear 8 metrics for assessing the district assemblies and the municipal assembly. So I thought it would be the best way to assess who is working. This one says, we wish to draw the attention of the municipal assembly, and this is for Kaswa Road, the Weja area. We wish to draw the attention of the municipal assembly to a critical issue along the Kaswa Road, particularly in front of Empire Cement, Weja. The main drainage channel in this area has been significantly encroached upon and partially filled. In addition, some car dealers nearby are also reclaiming portions of the drain for their operations. These actions are obstructing the natural flow of water. As a result, the Kaswa Road frequently experiences severe flooding during rainfall. Vehicles are often stranded for hours, and passengers are forced to alight and walk long distances, especially towards Kaswa. So I guess whichever area is in charge of this, I could go up for me again. I want to read this. It says urgent attention required drainage obstruction and flooding on the Kaswa Road. So the authorities in the Kaswa area deal with this. Let me continue that particular message. Given the seriousness of the situation and the potential risk during the upcoming rainy season, we strongly urge the municipal assembly to conduct an immediate site inspection, enforce the clearing and restoration of the drainage system, prevent further encroachment on the drain. Timely intervention will help prevent worsening flood conditions and ensure the safety and mobility.
So I know where they are talking about.
Yes, I've seen the place.
And the municipal assembly is also not very far from where they are talking about. So this shouldn't be difficult.
So it's not as if they've not seen the
address.
problem. That's it.
Hopefully they. I don't know how you can say you've not seen it. Maybe like someone said earlier, they drive, very quickly past the areas. But that's a challenge. Now, the head of climate action, as Bernard announced earlier, climate action, sustainability and partnerships at the Ministry of Local Government, Godfred, Rural Development and Chieftaincy. His name is Engineer Godfred Buedi. And he has described the current sanitation situation in Ghana as deeply unfortunate and noted that while practitioners, investors and MMDAs continue to operate independently, there's an absence of a central supervisory body and that leaves the sector fragmented and accountability free. So he is calling for a center of a force that holds all the branches together and ensures that everyone is swept in line and then they get the job done.
Direction.
So let's hear Engineer Buedi and get back shortly.
The ideal system often operates that you have a ministry that sets the policy direction. You have a regulator that approves tariffs, sets standards and license operators and facilities. Then you have the MMDA that contracts service providers or operators.
Okay.
Then you have the operator that deliver on the service. Then you have the regulator that certifies the performance of work done by the service provider or the operator.
Okay.
Then you have a dedicated fund that disburses payment for based on the certification issued.
Okay.
Then finally the regulator comes in to enforce any non-compliance if needed.
Correct.
So that is the ideal system. If you look at different sectors of the economy in this country, you have the ministry. So for instance, if you pick education, they have education, district education offices. For health, district health offices. They still have the ministry.
Yes.
Yet in between the policy and the operations, you have for health 26 agencies with numerous of them being regulators, regulating different aspects of the services.
Correct.
Regulating even up to blood tissues. If you come to education, there are 10 agencies in between the ministry and the district education offices, regulating different aspects of the education.
Good.
Now, if you pick the sanitation and waste management sector, you have the ministry, you have the MMDAs, you have zero regulator. So that is the first admission.
There's no regulator.
No regulator. And oftentimes people confuse the work of EPA. Sometimes they bring PURC and others. But you see, the role of EPA is very focused on pollution, which is incidental to the environment. And so that's why they issue permits and not licenses. And so we could go on and on, but it has to be said that we have a missing link.
So in the sanitation sector, between the ministry and the MMDA, there is no single regulator?
No.
Wow.
Zero. So that is the first point to be made. If you look at the policies, we have all the policies. In fact, according to one colleague who works at the World Bank, he said that per the last count, he had over 100 policies, programs and plans in the sanitation and waste management landscape alone.
100 policies?
Over 100. So that is the first point.
Okay.
When it comes to private sector participation, we have, this is one of the sector that has the heaviest private sector participation. Now let me pick just waste management. We have over 484 formal service providers providing collection and transportation services across the country. Number one. We have over 4,000 to between 4,000 to 5,000 informal operators doing collection and transport as well.
Wow.
When we come to treatment and final disposal, I can name numerous facilities. We have landfills, we have integrated recycling compost plants, we have some MRFs, we have material recovery facilities, we have transfer stations, and all these facilities are capital intensive, they are long term, and they are technically complex.
Wow.
So that is it. Now let's go to the financial flows. There is a lot of financial commitment even on the part of government. And so maybe let me come to how the system currently operates or it flows. So the collection and transport, let me deconstruct the collection and transport separate from the treatment and disposal. Now when you come to the collection and transport, you have the ministry setting the policy direction as usual. No regulator. You just come to the MMDAs who contract, then the service providers provide the service.
Wow.
And then now, even in terms of certification of work done, I mean, much can be desired. I don't want to go into that. And then you realize that the service providers who have been taxed to provide the service are the same entities taxed to go for the revenue mobilization.
All right.
So that is something we need to look at. When you come to the treatment and disposal, you have the ministry setting the policy direction. Because the treatment and disposal are facilities that are very capital intensive, long term, like I mentioned. You have the ministry, you don't have any regulator, and you are dealing with huge. I mean, we are talking about huge sums of finances or value flowing through there. And there is no regulator, and what you should expect is that there will definitely be financial leakages. And so that is number one. You come to the next step, and it's not the MMDAs that are contracting, because a lot of these treatment and final disposal sites are transboundary in nature. And so if you have a landfill, even though it is situated in, let's say, Adenta Municipal, it is not only used by Adenta Municipal. It will be used by multiple MMDAs. And so, given their nature, because we don't have a regulator, it is forced to be absorbed under the work of the ministry. Then the ministry now has to now come in and sign these contracts. And the ministry doesn't set service standards. That is the work of a regulator. And so the ministry somehow will have to be playing that role as well. And so, I mean, the long and short of it is there is a structural problem that we need some structural reforms to be able to help resolve these issues.
So that is the head of climate action, sustainability and partnerships at the Ministry of Local Government, Rural Development and Chieftaincy, Engineer Godfred Boydie. A very comprehensive analysis of the sanitation situation we have. He compares it to health and education to say that under health there are over 26 agencies and most of them are regulators. If you went to the education ministry, you had about 10 agencies, most of them are in the regulator space. If you come to sanitation, then you have the Ministry of Local Government and then you have MMDAs, but there are zero regulators, absolutely none, and that the APA gives permit and not licenses. So they are not the space of EPA in terms of sanitation doesn't come close to the regulation that we kind of want to see. And that if you have over 100 policies and programs and plans in sanitation that are World Bank backed and all, you don't have any single regulator, that's a problem. And let me go on to just break down some of the things he says, right? So he says that when it comes to the sanitation sector, we have a lot of private sector participation. So it's heavy on private sector participation. You have over 4,000 persons in the informal operation and collection space, right? We have transport and recycling, which is very capital intensive and long term. You have collection, transport, you have treatment and disposal, and all these spaces do not have regulators. So you have the ministry, MMDAs, you have service providers, and because there are no regulators, sometimes the MMDAs are forced to play the role of regulation. So he brings it all down to the absence of regulators in a space, and he thinks that we should have a proper structure where you have regulators in the space who will keep an eye in the space and whip the operators, whether service providers, MMDs, because then if you have those regulators, then by now, what we are talking about in terms of the benchmarks, who is doing what, they would have kept us or the operators on their toes and be giving us feedback, and I think it makes a lot of sense, guys.
It certainly does. And when he was talking about it, I was nodding my head because he has spoken about the lack of a centralized plan.
Exactly.
A lot of the initiatives seem to be from the private sector when it comes to sanitation.
Yeah.
It can't be that when it comes to sanitation. There has to be a national idea of what sanitation is supposed to look like.
Correct.
Or a centralized idea of what sanitation is supposed to look like from the state level.
Yeah.
And then others can buy into it and then work with that. But ours seems to be the opposite. So somebody mentioned the bus stop boys. I have always said that I was surprised that the most efficient player in the small community cleanup space are a group of volunteers who have slowly metamorphosed into what looks like becoming a sanitation company.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they started as a group of volunteers.
Yeah.
And I was always surprised to see the role or work that was supposed to be done by assemblies being ceded to the volunteers. That the volunteers rather should go and do
the work of the
assembly. Yeah. And the assembly was happy to do that simply because they didn't have the resources or they didn't have a plan to do it. So it just simply shows how dysfunctional the whole sanitation setup we have currently is. Last time we did an interview with the waste collectors because of the Aboboya situation.
Yeah.
And they spoke about the fact that, look, there were almost 2,000 to 3,000 unregulated
in the space.
Aboboyas in the space collecting waste. Where do they go with that waste? I've seen recent reports of persons who go and collect waste, get paid for it, and then just go and dump it
anywhere.
Yeah, dump it elsewhere where nobody's watching, and then just come back. It cannot be like that for us to say, oh, Accra is clean or Kumasi is clean, and it hasn't been helped generally also by just the pacification of Accra. Some of the other places that we've seen that are slightly stronger have stayed
together
as one big pie.
Yeah.
But chopping us off has brought significant problems. So, Ga East has launched 24-hour sanitation.
Yeah.
What is Ga West doing?
Yeah.
You understand? And you might be surprised that there's a common border somewhere.
Yeah.
You have
Koleklote.
No, I don't want to go to Koleklote. You see that Abobloshi Okai intersection there.
Yes.
Separated by a street.
Yes.
Sometimes the MA people themselves will tell you that they don't know the difference between Abobloshi and the other one.
Exactly.
So the plan for Abobloshi could be different from the plan for the opposite side.
Exactly.
Can they see Abosi Okai?
That's true.
Same, separated by a street. The sanitation plan for the left is different from the sanitation plan of the right. Like, it's complete dysfunction everywhere. Yeah, it's complete dysfunction everywhere.
Yeah.
So you could have the right side picking up their refuse and sending it to the left side.
Yeah.
The left side picking up their refuse and sending it to the right side. The right side could say today is 24-hour cleaning day,
right.
So we are cleaning, and the left side will say, okay, today is not our cleaning day. So all the filth that is happening there will, it's chaos.
I'll give you a typical example. You are so right. This Kaneshi market space, right?
Yes.
Under the footbridge, there was a time that there was refuse around on the pavement closest to the market, and then there was another at the other side on the pavement. So if you are coming from Dansoman towards Graphic Road, under the footbridge there was refuse that was heaped there, and they said the trucks will come. When you go talk to when you call the municipal assembly there, they tell you, oh, those across the road are in a different assembly. Those of us here are in a different assembly. We are doing ours. Those there are doing theirs. And Godfred, why your point is important also because those who share boundaries, right? You may be doing the right thing where you are, and I'll give you an example with the AMA and the Clote, for example. You know the drain that comes from Paloma all the way through Clote enters the AMA. It starts from Ayawasu East, thereabout. So you have Nima.
Yeah.
So if you are somewhere in between, you are in Clote and you tidy your place, you clean the whole area, and those
are not
upstream do not do theirs. It rains, the whole field
comes down to affect yours,
and then it will mess up
because
what
they are
you
all
have
linked
done
together.
Exactly, and it will go all the way down. So the need for coordination and a central power to put people in line is very important.
Yes, whilst that is very important, I will also want to pick it from two different angles. The first angle will be making our bylaws work, because I was just checking some of the laws that we have on sanitation, and I do realize that, for example, we have Accra Metropolitan Assembly Sanitation Bylaws 2017, and if I may, permit me to read just few parts. Part 1 and point 2. Disposal of solid and liquid waste. Now, despite paragraph 1 above, the Assembly shall approve a system of waste management employed by a person for the collection, transportation, or treatment of both liquid and solid waste within the area of authority of the Assembly. B. An owner or occupier of premises is responsible in accordance with specifications approved by the Assembly for the provision of receptacles for the storage of solid waste within the premises. C. Solid and liquid waste shall be treated and disposed of at a designated site by the Assembly or an agent or contractor of the Assembly. D. The Assembly shall take necessary steps to promote the reduction, reuse, and recycling of both liquid and solid waste. And I'll end with E. The disposal of all types of waste at any treatment and or disposal site owned by the AMA or its authorized agent shall attract a charge which may be included in any charge payable for the removal of the waste or charged separately by the operator or the plant site or by special arrangement. I brought this in to say that if we are to make this particular thing work, you wouldn't walk on the streets and then see heaps of refuse, left in front of shops unattended to. Right? So it simply means that we have the bylaws, but we are not making them work. That is the first point. Then the second point I would want to bring in is the fact of civic participation and education. I always make reference to the fact of when growing up, you be at home on one Saturday, and then you hear some of your neighbors running towards your area shouting, "Oh, bow!" I'm from say tankers for neighbor. So all of those things shaped the mindsets, of citizens, so that that
you kept your open
spaces tidy and clean, because definitely when they come, they take you to court or they fine you, and all of those things, I believe, went a long way to help in the sanitation issue. Of course, you can argue that things in Accra, the situation in Accra will be different because of the population. First of all, it will be different from the population in the rural areas, right? But I think we can also still replicate that, because if that system was still active, we wouldn't struggle to get people to go out to help with sanitation matters on even the National Sanitation Day. Sometimes the district assemblies, the officers complain that people don't turn up for it. It is because we have relegated that idea, that whole principle. So I think we should also look at that from that angle.
There are, in terms of leadership and making things work, because as you have said, then the laws exist, making it function is what we are not seeing. And there are chiefs across the country who have ensured that their jurisdiction is clean.
It's clean.
There are places we all can mention in this same country where not political leadership, but traditional authorities have insisted that, look, this is our space and we do not allow certain things to happen. It ties into behavioral leadership, basically, and the behavior of the people, where we've normalized things. We've accepted that anywhere we gather, once we get up, you see a bottle, you see tissues, you see this and that, and we've left the idea of cleaning our spaces to someone else to do. So, like I said in the beginning, effort. We might have cleaned the whole city in the morning. By the time you return in the evening, the whole place is messed up.
my final take on this matter. We can blame whoever. Ooh, again, I said proud left winger of Leadership FC. Mm-hmm. If the people who lead us don't enforce rules, attitudes won't change. You see, everybody says, "Oh, it's the attitude, it's the behavior of the people." You train attitudes. Yeah. You keep conditioning. You condition minds. Yeah. You get people to conform. Yeah. Why? Because the mind understands that if I don't conform, there is a penalty.
Exactly.
Okay. Ours is left free. I was telling you the other time, when I'm driving from my house and I use the Agogloshi side, okay, there are no signboards that tell you don't park here.
Yeah.
No
stopping, no parking, no waiting,
nothing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something that is happening in my municipality that I find interesting.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, and residents of Dansoma will if you pay attention, you notice this. You know the Dansoma roundabout?
Yes.
Where the golf filling station is?
Yes.
Along that stretch, people used to park their cars randomly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because and then they'll sell coconut.
There. Some Kelewele to the other side.
The coconut seller is no longer there.
You know area.
You can't park your car there now.
Any longer.
Those who used to park their cars along the Echampong High Street no longer do so. Because for the past 2 weeks.
So this is going to Kalrendorf?
No, from Kalrendorf towards last stop.
Right.
On that stretch of the road.
Good. I've seen that.
Up to the exhibition roundabout.
Correct.
People used to also park, like you'd have Bolts or Ubers parked within the roundabout just to rest.
Waiting or something.
By the side of the road near the Methodist Church.
Yes.
You can't park there anymore because.
What a shame.
They set up an enforcement unit who clamp cars that park in those areas. Right? And then they have put up a very clear sign at the filling station.
Yes.
That if you park there, they will fine you 500 cedis.
500.
It's not a small sign. You can clearly see it.
It's visible.
And
you have no excuse.
They have put 3 there.
Wow.
For the past 2 weeks, nobody parks there.
The same place.
Yes, it used to be very, very busy for the taxis.
Yes.
The taxis have moved slightly further down the road. Nobody wants to be caught near where the signboard says
500 cedis.
If you
park
park there,
sale for the week.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they are busy clamping vehicles left, right, center along the road. I'm not saying I'm comfortable with the clamping, but the point I'm making is since they started, everybody has now become aware that I'm not supposed to actually park here.
Yeah.
The sign there visibly tells you that if you park here, we will fine you.
Yeah. The conditioning has worked.
People are getting used to it. I haven't said it's a perfect situation, but it's pretty clear people are starting to get used to the fact that initially when you are coming from Sakaman or you are coming from elsewhere, somebody says see me roundabout. That is where you go and park
straight.
Nobody wants to park there now
at all
because you are afraid that they will catch you.
Yeah.
You see, and they are moving around in an unmarked vehicle. It's not like they are moving around in an official vehicle.
Not visible.
So all you see is that a car has parked there in front of you and they're asking you, why are you here?
Exactly.
And then they'll fine you, they'll collect.
Wow.
Okay, I hope the money is going. George, I hope the money is coming to you. Because if it's not coming to you, I'll come and deal with that one.
It has to.
But that's the mindset we are looking at. Some of these things. Look, I will not stop mentioning Okaikwe North, La Paz. Although Bernard says residents say it has improved. If this is the improved state, the footbridge.
Yeah.
You put up a footbridge, let it clearly indicate what can be done on the footbridge.
Yeah.
If you put a sign that says no hawking on the footbridge,
fined or
you will be fined.
Yeah.
Oh, that new footbridge.
Oh,
people are hawking on it.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Oh, go for it.
You don't want us to hawk?
Oh no, that footbridge is nice.
Yes, we are hawking.
Guys, no.
We've done it already.
Oh, are you serious?
We are gone.
Because the payment on the right, all of that from Akweteman to
has been taken.
Almost Nyamiche Cry is taken.
Yeah, it's called Lawless La Paz. That's the new name, Lawless La Paz.
Oh, the footbridge is taken.
Oh, yeah. So,
wow.
If you put up that and you say no hawking here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spot fine.
500,000.
Straight up.
What makes you think the person is going to do that? And enforce it.
Yeah.
You see, enforce it. That's the most important thing. Yeah. Enforce it. Those are the little things I guess we are not getting right. But hey, let's see. The regional minister says the situation has improved. I look forward to her telling us how it has improved and by what measurements she came to that conclusion.
And they say by June, by June we will get to see the appraisals of the various MMDCEs, and I will get to hear about that. But indeed, if you go elsewhere, you know that if you jaywalk, you cross the road, you're paying this fine, and it's straight, it's direct. There are cameras there. It will just find you and spot you. You are going to pay. So people are not doing things because they know that there are consequences for bad behavior. However, it's a free for all kind of thing, and everyone is doing what they really want to do. So my point to the authorities, we are hearing all of them sing the same song, that sanitation is improving, and my feedback to them is that fine, you may have been putting in a lot more effort than before, but the point is that the results of that effort is not turning into a coordinated long-term or sustained solution. So if you are doing cleanups in the morning and by evening the place is dirty, I'm sorry, but you've not done the work. We are going to judge you based on what we see, what we smell, and what we feel. So all of that comes together. I think we need to be more strategic, because we've said on this platform that we're always very quick to say that we've done better. So if you meet an MMDC today, you interview them, they will tell you, a few years ago this place was not as clean as it is, so take it like that. But I'm saying that even if what you are doing is leading to some improved outcomes, don't compare it to what was worse and say because you are doing bad now, yesterday was worse, so today is bad, let's take it like that.
Just look at making it better.
It's got to be a lot better, and it must be sustained in a manner that after a long time we can all say that the place has changed, behavior has transformed as a result of the compliance that Godfrey spoke about. There are more messages on this.
More messages on this. I think it is really a serious problem that we need to tackle as soon as possible. And I believe that the authorities are listening. And we don't have time because, recently there was a report captured by the graphic, and the story says poor sanitation cost Ghana 6.2 billion Ghana cedis a year. That study was done by ISE. If that is not troubling enough, you can only imagine how that amount can increase. That's 6.2 billion Ghana cedis that cost the nation because of poor sanitation. Imagine what that amount of money could have been used for. So I mean, undoubtedly something needs to be done.
Correct.
And we need to ensure that, as you've indicated, the laws must be made to work.
Very important. And while we are to all the beautiful customers, Omni Basic Bank is saying your security is their priority. Before engaging in any financial offer or investment opportunity, please take a moment to confirm through our official channels. Remember, Omni Basic Bank will never request for your PIN, password, card details, OTP, or any confidential information via phone, calls, SMS, email, or social media. Always rely on our verified communication channels and avoid sharing sensitive information with unverified sources. For assistance, 0800 100 790 is the number to call. It works 24/7, so please do well to get in touch. Omni Basic Bank is not just another bank. Now, for years, you've trusted Sunny Gold Brown Sugar for its consistent quality and best packaging. Now, take control of your sugar intake in a more convenient way with your trusted Sunny Gold brand. We have introduced Sunny Gold Brown Sugar Sticks in 10 grams and 5 grams paper sachet. This is perfect for hotels, restaurants, schools, homes, offices, or on the go, and even larger gatherings like parties, funerals, and conferences. Sunny Gold Brown Sugar also comes in cubes, bottles, and sachets for all your cooking and bulk needs. Sunny Gold is a tradition of consistent quality. And if you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. We've got Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Tangy, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape. Grab yours today. Grab yours now at your local store. 0550 032231. Piva beverages is a taste you will love. All right, and for the women who are entrepreneurs, Business and Financial Times has something exciting for you. It's called the 3rd edition of the Women in Business Dialogue Series 2026. From market to market leader, empowering women, SMEs, and young women in agribusiness for sustainable growth. That's our focus. Tuesday, April 28, 2026 is the date. 9 a.m. Lancaster Hotel, Kumasi, Women in Business Dialogue Series, an initiative aimed at promoting entrepreneurship, financial inclusion, and sustainable growth. Will provide the opportunity to connect, network, and learn from top business leaders, among others. 0209 457 427 is the number to call, or 0244 725 688. Our sponsors and partners: EcoBank Ghana, Gino Unilever Ghana, The Bank Hospital, CDFM, Unia TV, 3FM, Asasi Radio, TV3, Hello FM, Kesben FM and TV, Lawson Radio and TV are media partners. Electroland is doing something amazing. They are giving weekly and monthly big rewards when you buy Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO electronics anywhere in Ghana and from any authorized dealer or reseller. Buy your LED smart TV, split AC, double door fridges, auto grill, gas cookers, washing machines, sound towers, microwaves, blenders, mobile phones, and more from Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO. Star 928 star 8888 hash is the number to dial, or go to register.electrolandraffles.com to enter our weekly and monthly draws. This is approved by the NLA on its Caritas Lottery platform. We'll take a very quick break. When we're back, there are loads of your messages that we will be sharing with you, and then also Ghana's new coach has arrived. What should we look forward to? Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Looking for a burst of flavor in every sip? Discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Enjoy the classic Piva Cola flavor, perfect fit anytime. How about a fruity adventure? Try our delightful Piva orange fruit drink packed with recognized citrus flavor. Craving something exotic? Our Piva cocktail fruit drink brings the tropics to you. For a sweet and juicy treat, grab our grapefruit drink, and don't miss out on the refreshing Piva tangerine fruit drink, bursting with tangerine flavor. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, Piva Tangy. Grab yours today. Available now at your local store. Call us on 055 00 32231. Piva, a taste you love. This advert is FDA approved.
P for Piva.
This damn patch again. Ebo, look at this wall. Every few months, the same damn patch comes back. I've painted it twice already. What is all this?
Kofi, you can't fight moisture with paint too.
The problem is inside the building itself. Yes. So what can I do? The house is already finished.
Simple. Galamsey Super Strong Waterproof Cement. It's a new cement with built-in water protection technology.
Water protection?
Yes.
So it's just for repairs?
No, my friend. That's the difference. Use it to fix dampness and seepage. Or use it for new buildings, foundation, block work, plastering. One cement that builds and protects.
Wow.
Galamsey Super Strong Waterproof Cement. The one cement that builds and protects. Build it right once. Galamsey, the nation builder.
Hey, El Chamano, I agree to.
I make sure. Salary them pay last week. This week, no, it finished. How?
But don't you have GCB mobile app? Just request a salary advance. You will get it in 30 seconds.
Gosh, it just dropped like it's hot.
Get up to 80% of your salary anytime with the GCB mobile app at the lowest interest rates. Switch to a GCB salary account now and payday can be any day. Download the GCB mobile app on Google Play, App Store, or Huawei App Gallery. T's and C's apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Electroland Ghana Limited, yeah, Mamo, where ya de my dready for woman ye. It's answer Munukre, I saw ye ninti ye mamo achedie kese pa achedie kese a ye de ma wo enemy every Accra ekotamale Ghana fa na nyina Electroland eye number 1 ne hiane sa wo beto Samsung TCL Media any Nasco niama ewo Electroland showroom any anamo sifo a wo mo Ghana fa na nyina announce dial *928*8888# wo beto me so akọ register.electrolandraffles.com ana boye na watching ye bosumi akrade yi bi na wetimi anya achedie kese pa free TVs ACs fridges gas cookers washing machines sound towers mobile phones any ne keka ho a ye de ma won kwa jumedie NLA Caritas platform no agiatum kai say nhihye kakra wo ho Electroland Ghana rewarding your loyalty the big way.
Yes, you're not alone. Your taps have not been running always. You've done everything, but there seems to be no way. You spend too much money buying water from other sources. Now listen, you're not alone this time around. The good news is, Priority Water Limited will pump purified and super clean water through your taps for drinking, cooking, and for other household needs. If you live in a gated community or within an estate, give them a call and you will be happy you did. Priority Water Limited will install water purification system in your community and supply everyone constant clean water throughout the year. Gated communities and high-rise apartments can now enjoy super clean water every day. Give them a call at 0200608404 or 0202185445. Priority Water Limited. We live on water.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is Citi 97.3.
Oh yeah, so 9:47, we have a new coach who'll be outdoor today. He was received. We'll bring you a live coverage of the unveiling of Carlos Queiroz, Black Stars head coach. We'll bring you that at 1 p.m. today. And we'll have a quick conversation on his arrival and what to expect. Before then, Social Security and National Insurance Trust SNIT wishes to remind SNIT pensioners that they are all to undergo annual pensioner certification in their birth month. Effective this April 2026, pensioners who were born in the months of January, February and March but have not renewed their pensioner certificate will be taken off the pension payroll. This means that SNIT will suspend paying their monthly pensions until they have renewed their pensioner certificate. All affected pensioners who have not renewed their pensioner certificate are encouraged to do so before the next pension pay date. To make the renewal process simple and convenient, pensioners may use any of SNIT's dedicated channels, the SNIT mobile app, SNIT branch and SNIT co-location bank. Pensioners with mobility challenges can receive assistance through home visits or call 0302 611 622. For further inquiries, pensioners may call the SNIT Contact Center on 0302 611 622, visit any branch or use the mobile app. So the unveiling is happening at 1 p.m. today. I heard him say yesterday that he was grateful for the incredible welcome and that he receives it with humility and a strong sense of responsibility to deliver. Is he aware of the pressure that there are about 33 million coaches in this land in addition to him?
The same way they welcome him,
the pressure they will give him.
No, I mean if you've coached at Real Madrid, you've been at Manchester United and you've survived,
no small boy.
Pressure can bab you.
I don't think it is Ghana pressure that is going to do anything to you, So, but it was a pretty warm welcome that you received. I saw the supporters unions there, busy singing and dancing to welcome him. I get the sense he will spend the week after the unveiling taking meetings, perhaps going through paperwork, trying to familiarize himself with who is who in Ghana football. Definitely meet the sports minister, perhaps meet somebody higher up as well in the back. But definitely meet the sports minister. I would not be surprised if the sports minister is even present at the unveiling today. Although it is a Ghana Football Association event.
More of it.
Also expected to take questions where we should get a sense of why he took the job within this short period. We do know what the conditions are, but at least what his motivation is for taking this job on a short notice. What he plans to do with the team. There have been questions about his style of play, whether he intends to stick with it, whether he intends to stay pragmatic, or whether, because Ghana has a lot more attacking material than what he's normally used to in the last 3 or 4 jobs he's held, whether he will try and play some expansive football with the Black Stars of Ghana. I guess we'll also get a sense of that. We will perhaps ask him about what kind of players he's looking at. We'll get a sense of how well he knows the team today, because I'm sure some of the questions will be very specific. So we'll get a sense of how well he knows the team, or how well he has been able to acclimatize himself with the team over the short period that he's been told he has the Ghana job. So very, very interesting. But these things are always good days for those in the sports media fraternity. And we haven't had as big a day as this for a while. I mean, Otoado's unveiling was interesting, but wasn't this...
They didn't have this energy.
Yes, I would say so. And because this is a name. Carlos Queiroz is a name. So I am sure we might even get questions outside of the Black Stars of Ghana equation. Somebody might ask him about his time at Real Madrid, or his time at Manchester United, or his time coaching Portugal and Cristiano Ronaldo. We might get all of those. He's a proper name. So it's a big day for those in sports media, and we will be there live to cover it on all our platforms, both on radio and also on all our digital platforms. So people should track us therefore all the updates from Nakwama and her team.
Very important. And here's someone you said is a proper name that people know, and people have also followed his football identity, and people know what his kind of style and play is. But just give us a picture of what his football identity is like in terms of what he's bringing into the game. So
Queiroz is known for discipline and structure. His teams are very difficult to break down. His teams are tactically disciplined. His teams are very fit, because of the duties that they are expected to carry out. But then again, it's been because of the types of teams he's coached. Like I said, he's coached Iran for a very long time. He coached Egypt. He coached South Africa as well. And those are the national team jobs. I'm not talking about the club jobs. I'm talking about just the national team jobs. Recently, Oman as well. So we've seen him with Qatar too in recent years. Very, very heavy on staying compact, very heavy on transitions, and by that those who say counter attacks and stuff like that. So he's not a very hard man to figure out. in terms of what he intends to do. But it's just how well he drills his teams to execute what he wants to do that makes it interesting.
Which is what you would say the Black Stars needs at this moment.
But then there are those who also said, "What will he have the time to drill that into them?" Because
it's too short a time.
The time is not there. Right. So it will be very interesting to be around the team during the World Cup to keep track of how the sessions go, how demanding he will be. I guess there will also be questions regarding, is he making a captaincy change? You know, Ghana, we like the dramatic
that drama, right?
as well. But for somebody who's on a 4-month contract, I don't think he will be looking to make those kind of changes, especially because that's a long-term decision to make. So I don't think he will be touching the hierarchy of the team in any way. But we should look forward to him bringing a more compact approach, a more disciplined approach, a more patient approach towards how the team plays. The team has been conceding a lot of goals recently. I guess that is something he'll be looking at. The team has injuries to significant players. He'll be looking at that as well. The questions have also come about, will he bring new faces player-wise? Is he introducing new blood? We will get a sense of that today if he's able to mention some names outside of what we normally know. People might push for that at the presser today. So the presser is where we get a sense of the man and what he's about to do with Ghana over the next 4 months. If you ask me, I wouldn't say I am overexcited, but I am satisfied with the appointment of Carlos Queiroz for this period.
Right. What is it too early to discuss what success will look like for him at the World Cup? Since he
I can tell you what success. I think
what short contract.
I think if you go to the thinking of his appointment, what success looks like will be not to embarrass Ghana at the World Cup. The build-up had not been very good for us. If you look at the last 2 games we played, Austria, Germany, we are considered 7 goals. The thinking was, we go to this World Cup, we are going to get embarrassed if we continue to play like this, if our structure looks like this. So bring in somebody who will make sure that the country doesn't get embarrassed. The country can at least show up and put up a good fight. And in Carlos Queiroz, perhaps they get that kind of person based on his experience. And then also the question gets asked, but his World Cup record is not the best. You know. So the thing is this: not a lot of coaches have 5 World Cups under their belt. True. 1, 2, to have the kind of record. 2, not a lot of coaches have winning records unless you are coaching the big 8. France, Brazil, and even these days, Brazil, the record is not that great. Argentina, Spain. Croatia, Germany. You know, if you are not coaching those ones,
the big 8,
your track record at the World Cup will not be great. So I don't get that as a criticism. Because he has qualified the team he has qualified teams to the World Cup. Irrespective of what we think. And qualifying teams
good enough.
Qualifying teams is not an easy task, irrespective of wherever you find yourself. Be it Asia, be it CONCACAF, be it CAF, be it Europe, wherever you find yourself, qualification is no easy task. So I don't really hold but what is his World Cup track record against him? It's not really a thing for me.
You think people should give him the benefit of the doubt?
I don't even think it's a good measure of unless we are hiring Didier Deschamps or Lionel Scaloni, a coach's World Cup winning record is not really an issue. Again, because of who he was coaching at the World Cup.
That's true.
You understand? We've had some really good coaches go to the World Cup with some really bad teams.
That's true.
Does that mean they were in good coaches? Not really. You can only work with what you have. That's my thinking on this.
Go for it. Now, and I've heard people say, I've monitored the conversations from the sports pundits, and they say that when you look at the teams he has led to the World Cup and you compare to the quality of material he'll be taking us with, we seem to have a fairly quality material compared to the teams he's handled. But some also look at it and say, when we are looking at the teams the team we're going with compared to our past, they feel that in terms of quality, the conversation is scattered all over the place, right? What's your reflection
I think it's fair comment. We are missing quite a few big names. Kudus, ultimately, of course, the biggest one. The general level of our players in terms of the squad is not currently the best.
Right.
Not what normally we would take to a World Cup.
Cup.
So that also is a fair take on the current makeup of the squad, and it does present problems for him. But I also think that is why he is perhaps best suited for that, because he would have dealt with that with, say, an Iran or a Qatar. But there have also been periods where Iran have been relatively strong in their own capacity. I say, look, the last World Cup they were at, somebody said with Kairos, they got whacked by England by a lot of goals, by 6-2. But that was perhaps as good an England team as England has had in the last 30 years. So if you lose by that, Iran loses by that margin to that England team, and I come and use it as a criticism of his coaching credentials, I think it's completely unfair. But I also look at that same World Cup where he beat Wales. I go to the other World Cup where he was in the same group with Spain, he was in the same group with Morocco, was in the same group with Portugal.
Strong group.
And
Portugal is a strong case.
And none of those teams went into those games, left those games feeling that was an easy game. You know, so he knows how to compete, but our expectation is whether that can translate to us and can translate quickly.
Okay, we will find out, and there will be more at 1 p.m. later today as we bring you, comprehensive coverage of the unveiling of Carlos Queiroz, Black Stars head coach. Araba. That's what I can say for now. Thank you for doing the listening. My name is Caleb. Earlier you heard Bernardino Kokwable, Godfrey Akutubuafo, and Samuel Akom. Thank you so much for Tete Jabano and the production team. Godfrey Abeko Odum, the richest man. Shiba Alba Benin, who is here with the news at 10. Good morning.
Good morning, Caleb. Coming up in the